It's just an illusion of the Blade of Swift Luck.
No, it's the real blade. It's just, it's like Thor's hammer.
It's an illusion. Illusion.
That's not the definition of an illusion. Touch it.
He's a very good illusionist.
Oh, I forgot to get
You're
myself.
welcome.
Hello. Also, an uncommon item. I could get an uncommon item. That's exciting.
We had like an entire week to do this.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I do other things.
I wish I had other things to do. This week I'm gonna mix it up and I'm gonna have D&D Beyond and Roll20 in separate windows.
Hog, you said we can get an armor instead of a weapon, right? For +1.
Yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. I don't mind it.
Hooray!
Technically, +1 armor is better than +1 weapon, but it's not really that big of a deal. Personally, I actually disagree with that assessment. I actually disagree.
Usually hitting more is worth better than going hits.
Yeah.
Usually hitting
It depends
more
on
is
how
better.
much armor you already have, because as you get AC, more AC is actually better.
I mean, I'm also going to point out that it depends on what kinds of enemies your GM throws at you, which is sort of like trivially, do they hit more often or do they do more damage? But also, do they use special attacks that just ignore your AC?
Right, so that's the other thing as well that you have to think about. But I think like the main concern here is that there's not really a lot of good tanking mechanics in 5e ever since they were taken out of 4e. Bring them back, bring back all of the 4e tanking mechanics. But that's beside the point. You cannot really force an enemy to hit you. So if you make yourself invincible but you don't hit very often, then maybe you don't take damage, but you also don't deal damage, so why are you even there?
Yeah, they just ignore you basically.
I have
Yeah.
24 AC.
My Tower Shield Specialist in Pathfinder actually ran into that problem.
Yeah, it's very easy to ignore someone if they don't have a way of making you ignore them.
But they're not a threat.
Right.
Does anyone know the name of the Wizard +1 item? I'm trying to find it.
It's a book. It's a book, I remember.
Wand of the War Mage.
No,
No.
that existed already.
It's a book item, I just don't remember what it's called.
I don't know, a whole lot of items for class. Looking at the uncommons.
The secret to these things is you always want to make the items like chance of getting uncommon items, you always want them to be like utility items, I think.
Yeah. Or you get the Rope of Climbing. Ooh, I could get Ascending Stone, but only one of them, and I just like periodically talk into it.
Sending.
I mean, you're not gonna have it with you unless they give you.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that I will be addressing in session proper, but out of session's fine too, is that you won't have access to your equipment all the time. There is a part of the prison where you're allowed to have them, which is in the Coliseum. And in the Coliseum, you're allowed to have all your stuff. Mechanically, we're not going to do any disadvantages or advantages, because with all 3 force fields, everything cancels out. So, just to make things simple, we'll just play as normal.
We get to do odd numbers of damage?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't worry about it. But
So excited.
because everything is supposed to cancel out. However, at
The
some
doubling
point,
and halving, you always round down. but yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even fucking worry about it.
At some point, you are going to want to get out of this prison, at which point this equipment may be yours for the taking if you're able to get to it in time.
Or if the other party disables one of the force fields.
Yeah, exactly. So there's options and stuff.
So am I? This is a question I was wondering. Am I stuck with whatever spells I had prepared when they took my book off of me?
No,
As a wizard.
No, so you are at the moment not going to be able to just do whatever, right? Like you're in manacles, they're not letting you have your implement. The day before a Coliseum fight, however, they'll say, you're up next, prepare whatever you want.
Okay. So they'll give me my spellbook back.
They'll give you your spellbook back, you'll be monitored, so you can't be like, I'm gonna dimension door out of here. Bye.
Okay.
Headband of flex. I'm not gonna get that. It's illegal.
Illegal.
I believe that we have some people here now. And by
I thought
some,
it was
I mean
okay.
all.
Put the end to roll 20. 1 second. I got
Yes.
distracted by wondrous items.
Oh, like the Sword of Swords, which is a sword that creates additional swords, and you shoot the swords out of your sword.
Ooh, that does sound cool, but I need a free hand. So I
Seems
can't.
good. I think you should take it.
Also, since we don't have images or tokens for anybody, we're just having our regular characters as the overlay.
Oh, I can post my image.
Well, it's a bit late now. I'm not making it midstream.
Okay.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds like
I'd have to do a bunch of
someone isn't putting
overlay
in 100%.
changes.
All right, everyone is in the Roll20. Do we all have audio here? Important question.
Yes.
Okay, then we will be starting the recap in 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone, welcome back to Bustan. After drafting a clever document pitting Jokwrob against Capcree in a multi-pronged attempt to discredit the Satyr aspect or cause animosity between Capcree and the Conclave, they proceeded with the next step of their plan: infiltration and assassination of the aspect. With Happy's multiple investments in thieving implements and magical items and the help of Venarian Wielder, she was literally and practically invisible as they went into Jokrob's house, finding him with a surprising hobby: collecting and building model ships. After sneaking up on him, the group managed to slay him with a single attack from Defender, destroying a model ship in the process. Following back to his inner sanctum, the Rising found themselves on board a full-size version of their model ship, where they saw Anna Marie with them for a split second before Anna Marie was taken by a flying dragon. The group responded quickly, with Coliseum and Happy climbing on the dragon's back to follow their fox by use of a grappling hook. Isaac threw a model ship he had taken to Happy. On the ship, Isaac, Vonari, and Wielder were left behind as the ship slowly lost its power source and began to sink. Isaac, realizing the model ship reflected the real ship, laid out a message for Happy and Calcifer. One group set out into the jungle where they found Jokrob's inner sanctum. He had created an entire ecosystem and built it up far more than any of the inner sanctums they visited thus far. Meeting with former Silver Shield member Aradine, they had learned that many had attempted to slay Jokwrob before and have been imprisoned in this jungle ever since. As they followed Aradine to the village and learned about this world they were trapped in, they were introduced to Hero as my friend and Cinder and Zell, two strong combatants that live in the village. It was explained to them that their village splintered off from a town in the northwest due to political differences, with the northwest siding with Jokwrob and the village deciding to remain resistant. Team Shipwreck learned of 3 force fields making Jokwrob practically invincible and agreed to go south and investigate to one of the temples to see if it had a way to stop them, aiding them being Hero as my friend and Cinder and Zell, henceforth to be referred to as Hero and Cinder for short. Meanwhile, Calcifer and Happy had a discussion with the dragon where it was revealed that prior attempts to defeat the preacher result in the creation of a fox somehow, and that Jokwrob has a number of foxes he takes care of. Jokwrob then reached out to Calcifer and Happy, telling them they'd be imprisoned and offering them a chance to join him. Will the Rising reunite? How far ahead has Jokwrob planned? And what lies in store for Team Jailbreak? Ring of swim. I mean, sure, why not? What's wrong with the ring of swimming?
Just that you told us some of the stuff coming up ahead, so it's like a choice because
Oh, I don't care about that. That's completely fine. So everyone, let's zoom in here on now Jokwrob's temple, where we look into Team Jailbreak. I believe you had a token for me for your character. What's this new guy's name? Genesis. There we are.
yeah, I can give you the token here.
Free token.
Oh my goodness, will it go? Will it ever go? It will not go. Okay.
Wow. All right, I will use this token that was provided to me here and put it in. This unfortunately does not have the usual aesthetic of our tokens for player characters, but maybe we'll fix that in the future.
It doesn't? I feel like it does.
No, it doesn't have like the border.
Oh, the token tools thing, yeah.
Wow. Anyways, in the meantime, I will put this guy in here.
I mean, we're still on the world map if it.
Yep. And now, welcome to the real world.
Oh.
So, here you guys are in your cells. Very nice and cozy. We can see Genesis is off to the side here. This is Genesis. I'm going to squish Genesis, and there's nothing you can do. And
Oh.
here's Jokwrob. The stairwell here descends in a sort of Harry Potter-like fashion if he wants to go up or down, but otherwise does not, leaving you completely stranded. And if you look out the windows here, you can see as if this place is entirely encased in rock. Even though it obviously isn't, because this is a freestanding tower, normally there would be air, but instead there is only rock. It is suffocating. You can look out the window and see more rock. You can also see Jokwrob, who is just wandering around as he puts you in, skipping back and forth, telling great stories about how everything will be. Which would you like to do, everyone? You can see off to the corner, there's your pal Genesis, who you are not familiar with, but was over there. There's one additional person in this cell, not in this cell, but in this area, who is over here. However, you're not able to see them from where you are. Genesis, however, is able to see. This is Coral Socorro. Coral is the #1 Jokwrob ass kisser everywhere here.
Fuck that guy. I hate him.
Many people do not like Coral. And for good reason. Coral is also an incubus.
Oh, lovely.
Are we able to like get out and wander around once Jokwrob leaves?
Not for a while, no. You will be in your cells for another 2 hours, and then Jokwrob will be back. But he's giving you some time to think. As he's taking his leave here, he bows. I'll be back in a little bit, and I'll give you a wonderful little tour of the lower levels. In the meantime, you can chat with Genesis and Coral over there. Hello, Coral. Coral salutes. Hello, Genesis.
Yeah. Hey, Jokwrob.
Unenthusiastic. And as he steps on the tiles begin to descend into like a staircase, and he just kind of whirls around, and the tiles then pull themselves back up into completely flat and flush with the floor.
So, new guys, huh? You killed the satyr guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed the satyr guy too.
Well,
Oh,
it
so
turns out
this
it
has
was a
happened
mistake.
before, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of his thing.
I actually chose to be with him. Hello, I'm Coral Socorro. I am number 1 here. You should all get to know my name. I will be the right-hand man of Jokwrob in the future.
You're in prison, Coral.
Yes, by choice.
Prove it. Get out.
It is always an individual's choices combined with their failures that lead them to a place like this.
Ahaha. You see, when I laid eyes on Jokwrob, I knew he was going to be the future, and so, unlike the rest of this pitiful army that I was a part of, I chose deference. And look at me now. I am up here in the high roller cell.
Yeah, Jacob's big on the whole deference thing. You know, these types always want to rule the world.
Coral sits back in his massage chair. By the way, these are massage chairs. They're quite nice. You'll find that Jokwrob is very accommodating if you stay in his good books.
I'm Genesis, by the way. I know that he introduced us, but you know, it's more polite for me to do it.
From whence do you derive the name?
Uh,
Were you given your name?
I chose my name. I guess if you want to say it like that, Genesis isn't really my name, but it's my name for now. It just felt right, you think? You know?
Is it a late addition to your repertoire?
Well, probably.
Happy as you sit down in the massage chair, it's very inviting, slightly warming, and immediately you can feel a bunch of back pain that you had accumulated and had not even known that you had just disappear.
Nice.
He gave me a massage chair too. I think it's some kind of weird joke. No bones, you see.
No bones?
Warforged, made of metal.
One of our friends is a warforged.
Sweet. There's only like 3 of us, so that's pretty cool to find out.
How
Perhaps
long have you been
related.
here, Genesis? Since the beginning?
How long have I been here, Pog?
You have been here mostly as long as you can remember.
Yeah. Almost all I can remember I've been here, so a couple years at least.
Your very first memory then is slaying someone.
Your first memory is wandering through the streets of Slaypool, and
Yeah.
then suddenly you're here.
No, I woke up in Slaypool. I mean, I think I'm used to it at this point. I don't remember much. I mean, I get rid of my memories. I'll gloried into Groxton, but then it gets kind of confusing for a while afterwards.
You destroyed your own memories? I suppose that we must make many choices in our time.
I probably had some forbidden knowledge or something.
False god. The Groxtum's a false god, by the way, just so you know. I
Well,
worship the demon lords and Jokwrob.
The demon lords, huh?
I heard
Yes.
of those guys. Isn't that those guys that the protags like absolutely beat the shit out of? What
No,
was
they
that name again?
actually never fought. But even if they did, I suspect they would win.
The proteins?
So, you don't remember very much of your history. Do you remember much of this place? Having been here, do you remember anyone attempting to leave? You
Well,
see, being new here, don't know exactly what happens to such people.
we're all kind of quote-unquote heroes, so the escape attempts are pretty much constant. Not successful though. I mean, you got the heaven, you got the hell, but when you try to escape, you go down to the boot, and it's not fun there. It's below hell, so implications there.
Fascinating. Well, perhaps you can tell us some that you know of the layout of the place. Our trip here was mostly through the clouds.
But the layout is capricious. It's really just whatever Jokwrob feels like on each level. I mean, the upper levels are mostly like normal. You get down to hell, there's one of them that's just watery, like you just decided one of them would be underwater. And then the ones below that are air again. But then you get down to hell, and obviously it gets like less nice.
Except
They
below a
kinda-
massage chair, I assume.
Yeah, there's no massage chairs there. He kind of sets it up to everybody has authority over everyone else, except Boot. He's trying to set it up so that we get used to commanding people.
All right. Meanwhile, in the other cells down in hell, the hell
Uh-oh.
cells, if you will, the hell floors are actually very personalized to the individuals that are within here. So all of the people in hell basically have their own floor associated with them, which in their own way are sort of ironic punishments. Very Malenkist of Jokwrob, but he would never admit it. With the one exception being the person he has no idea what the hell he's going to do with. And that would be Herschel Monroe, who lives in a completely ordinary cell.
Good life.
Herschel Monroe is in hell, only because he does not really have anything that Jokwrob can use, and Jokwrob does not know what he's going to do with him.
4 walls, well, technically 3 walls and some bars and a place to sleep away from the rain, although it does leak. I can't get much better than this.
Jokwrob steps down into this floor. Which floor number do you want this to be, by the way?
What are the options? Like, what's the range?
It's completely arbitrary. The floor can be whatever you want.
He's like in the basement of hell, like near the bottom.
All right, so like the second from the bottom floor, as the bottom floor is Jokwrob's personal lair.
All right.
Holy shit.
And it's like the most boring place of all. So Jokwrob steps down all the way through. You can hear like shouts coming from all the layers above. And he steps down to this tiny little cell where Herschel is. Do you have a character token, by the way?
No.
Okay.
But imagine he's just a really old, skinny, like bones human. Long beard, long hair. Stereotypical old wizard. Like if you ever watch Adventure Time and you've seen the Ice King take his shirt off, that's kind of what he looks like.
Hog.
Yeah, I am fully aware. A complete coincidence, but I'm fully aware. So as he's coming down, you see Jokwrob as he normally is. And the reason why I bring this up is because the group, and I guess the audience as well, is used to seeing a side of Jokwrob that he creates. With Herschel, he drops the facade immediately. Hello, Herschel.
Hello, Mr. Jokwrob. I want to thank you again for my promotion. I haven't had my shoulders down from above my head in such a long time, and being able to clean latrines has just been a wondrous experience.
Herschel, what do you want?
I want for nothing. The rat I found yesterday was such a great gift. I want to thank you for generously sending that rat into my cell. It did eat my toe, but I was able to capture it and had a wonderful feast.
Yes, I released the rat so you have something to eat. Herschel, I don't know what you want, but I will find it. I've never seen a person that doesn't have a goal.
If now's the time, we could talk about the Feywild some more.
That's not your end, and I will find your end.
All right. Let me know when you find it.
So, just to clarify for everyone at home, Herschel does not have an end. Jokwrob is not aware of this, as he is incredibly paranoid. What you see is what you get with Herschel. And I will get you a token real quick. But in the meantime, you have a little sleeping bag, and you have a cell. And that's it.
It's like the Ritz-Carlton in here.
Herschel, I am going to be very honest with you. I have some new guests, and I need you to act a little bit more oppressed, okay?
Like what?
This act that you're doing, I am starting to see the brilliance behind it here. Kudos to you. By making it seem like things are better, then people are less likely to give up hope. But I have some guests that I'm looking to break in. I need you to act like things are worse. Can you do this for me? Let's make a deal. And Herschel, you should know by now that if you make a deal with Jokwrob, things go very bad with you. Anyone who makes a deal with Jokwrob, something bad goes down. It's like a deal with the devil. What do you do?
Oh, I don't need anything. I could just do it just for you. Do you want me to moan some more? And perhaps I could hunch over and limp when I go up to clean the latrines. I don't need anything in return, so we don't have to call it a deal.
He is just absolutely flabbergasted and completely disgusted, and he just shakes his head. You will be the death of me, or I the death of you.
Old Herschel's pretty resilient. That's gonna be pretty tough. I won't be. You're gonna have your latrine man here for years to come. Don't you worry, Mr. Jokwrob.
He clicks his tongue in disgust and then walks back up. After a while, you realize that he's left the door a little bit open so that people from above can come and visit you. Probably as some sort of punishment. Ooh, this is a little bit too big. I don't know if I like this being too big. Astros. Let me get it. This character. I think it was Afros, correct?
Astros returns.
Didn't they win?
No, Yishgornu's indentured servant.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, shout out to Afros. Afros, hello.
Hey, little man.
As the enforcer, you've been sent in to talk some sense into this guy.
Do I have any equipment?
At this point, you do not have any equipment. You are wearing the standard uniform, but as an enforcer, you get an orange shirt instead of the white shirt of everyone else, and the black shirts of the boots. Herschel is, of course, wearing a white shirt, as he is not a boot anymore.
What do I know about Afros? Like, what does enforcer mean?
So there are 3 levels to hell. There are the enforcers, the regular people in hell, and then there are the boots. The enforcers are responsible for making sure everyone else stays in line. The boots are people being punished. After a while, Jokwrob got tired of punishing you because nothing was happening out of it, so he promoted you just so that you would stop taking everyone's time, basically. However, Aphros is an enforcer, so it's his job to make people stay in line, including making sure that Herschel doesn't make it seem like it's not bad down here.
So am I walking up to his cell?
You have been tagged in. Jokwrob can't make him crack, so you've been given a stab at it.
So while you're walking over to my cell, I hear footsteps, and I'm like, oh, now's the time, and I start just going, oh, the misery.
Enough with your fake crying.
Oh, Aphros, hello, I thought you were the new guest. Oh, how wonderful to see you.
Your acting better be better for when the guests come, you little rant.
I thought my moans were very well.
I'm pretty sure I know how to make your moans real.
How about this? And I cast Minor Illusion, and I create just the sounds of wails and moans kind of coming from everywhere.
I bop him on the head.
I feel like...
No magic, little man.
Contraband.
You're not allowed to cast any magic here, alright?
But I thought it could be atmospheric, kind of terrifying for the new guests.
So all he has is a bedroll in his room?
Yeah, let me get you down here.
I made this little bit of fleece for the spell from the pelt of the rat.
You know what? I think you seem a little too happy to be here, so I'm going to piss on your bedroll.
Oh, that's my job to clean up anyways.
You better clean up with your mouth next time.
I'll just kind of shape water and pull it up out of the bedroll and put it into the corner.
You know what? When these guys come by, you better just be in that corner moaning and whining. Not a word.
Of course. A job well done. That's another... Things are looking up for Herschel.
You better make sounds like the little insect you are.
Oh, how about this? And then I make the sound of crickets everywhere. It would be like they never stop and you can't sleep because there are crickets everywhere. What torture that would be.
Oh yeah, bang your head on the wall too while you do it, man.
Of course. And then I'll just go over and start banging my head on the wall.
I'll tell them you've completely mind broken. You're not nonsensical anymore. This is what happens to people that stay here too long. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. That's a great job. You're doing an excellent job. I'm sure Jokwrob sees how well you work for him.
During this scene, there are 3 things I would like to make apparent. The first is that Herschel has once again managed to sneak his arcane focus into his cell. Nobody knows. No? How are you casting?
I said I made the fleece out of the
you're
pelt of the
making
rat.
your own components? It's even better. Oh my god. All right.
Material component matters.
I don't have it, but the component was just somatic and material, and the material is just a bit of fleece, and I killed a rat yesterday.
Yes, Herschel is an incredibly crafty wizard. The second is Herschel is also one of the most competent people here somehow. Part of the reason why Jokwrob is so fearful of him is that there's a powerful wizard that acts like this. And the third is that Aphros is working with everyone's best friend, Genesis. Jokwrob comes back upstairs. Hello, everyone. Mirthful day. Everyone say hello, Jokwrob.
Goodbye, Jokwrob.
Hello, Jokwrob.
From in the distance, you hear a very faint echo. Hello, Jokwrob.
How does it carry all the way up here? Everyone, I will be taking you down to the depths of hell to see what awaits those who betray me. Of course, I don't think you'll betray me. You're quite aware of your position, right? Right? Yep.
Okay.
Genesis, be a dear and come with me. I am assigning you on Big Brother duty.
Do I know what
The-
that means?
Yes, this is a horrible, horrible punishment. Big Brother duty is basically how he gets people out of heaven. When you're on Big Brother duty, you're assigned new prisoners. If they do anything bad, all of your assigned people and you are sent back to hell.
Oh, that's
So
not
you
great.
have to constantly watch over your assigned people to make sure they don't break any rules.
Sure. You sure you don't want Coral to be the big brother? He seems very eager to please.
Yes, I could do it if I wanted. I am at your service, Lord Jokwrob. No, I don't think I want that at all. Come on, Genesis. Pitter-patter, let's get at her.
Fine.
He gives you a blunted greatsword. You can use this to hit them if they misbehave. They can take a beating. Oh, trust me, I've seen them in action. They're pretty good combatants.
Sure you don't want to give me my armor back? It's much better for beating heavy metal.
I'm sure. Right this way, please. And he takes you out of your cell.
Okay, I follow him.
All right. The two of you are coming with me. No funny business or I'll utterly obliterate you.
I got the great sword. I'll hit you with it.
He'll utterly obliterate you too. See? Look at you, Genesis. You can be cooperative if you try.
I just really like the massage chair.
Yes, I'm sure you do. This way, he unlocks both of your cells.
Yeah, gets up. Doesn't say anything.
So, you've been in prison before? How's everyone's prison experience going?
Happy just shrugs.
Every moment is a prison.
Wow, dark. I may be a cultist, but you win the Darkness Award for the day.
All right, everyone, you are brought down to these cramped and uncomfortable conditions. You're taken through all the different layers here, and as you go, like some of them are like this aquarium surrounded by water where thousands of sharks are congregating. However, you can see that these sharks are made of shade material. They're not real sharks. You can see one area which is just complete fire. One of them is like pitch black and you can't see anything. Just all these weird and strange layers. And then one of them is like a normal cafeteria. Then you go to a Coliseum. Then you keep going and you keep going. And then you're brought to the dingiest, dankest, most disgusting conditions possible, where you can see Aphros is continuing to torment this guy.
Ah, the fresh meat, little mans. Come to see our worst mind-broken piece of shit we have?
At this point, I'm on my back, and I've conjured the image of a spike through my chest, and I'm just laying back, moaning, why can't I die? What is this terrible fate that's befalled me?
Can I roll insight to see if I believe this?
Yeah,
or not?
go ahead.
Agony, the terror.
Excuse me, little mans. I gotta go in there and kick him some.
Hold on, let me check the.
Go in and start kicking.
Are you rolling deception?
You meet the save DC. So, well, how does that work?
I think you just
how does a tie work?
Tie in a tie, if you like meet the DC, you succeed, right?
That's right.
So
Yeah.
then obviously they see that this is an illusion, that you're not actually harmed. Especially when you get kicked and shaked and there's like clearly no like damage from this.
Yeah.
Like the spike just jiggles a bit.
What did
Like
I
that
tell you
kinda
to do, little
slide and the
man?
spike doesn't move.
Little insect? What did I tell you to do?
I can't move. The spike through my chest. It hurts so much. I can't remember what you told me to do. My memory doesn't work so well down here because of his strange magics, the torture.
This man's been here for so long he can't tell. 10 minutes from the last. I think his mind's starting to go.
Jokwrob at this point is like biting his tongue and just trying to suppress his rage. Well,
they feed me rats. They feed me rats.
Yes, we feed them rats, everyone.
That's when he's
The
laughing.
I have to clean the latrines, and it's such a terrible job.
Speaking of, your latrine that you sleep in there, you were supposed to lick that up with your mouth. Get over and do it.
No, hey, don't. That's gross. Don't do that. I don't want to see Aphros. I'm gonna take away your enforcer duty if you make me see that.
All right, you're spared this time, little insect.
My masochism only goes so far.
Oh, he enjoys this?
No, that's not what I meant.
No sane man can enjoy this. How stupid do you think you are?
Jokwrob just in disgust leaves. He goes into his room a bit, and he comes out with what appears to be some sort of strange, like, face mask, and he puts it on, and you are silenced, Herschel.
I'll just kind of shift back and forth as if it's really painful.
This is a silencing mask because I've had it up to here with this man's drivel. You see, if I find any reason to believe that you are up to something, that you're planning an escape, you will be punished. Of course, if you're willing to be cooperative, I have shown you the highlights. In fact, I've just thought of a marvelous punishment. You'll have to share a cell with this man.
I wouldn't recommend it. You best do what he says.
Well,
I am glad that this experience with a man who wants to trap me is at least with sustenance.
Yes, I am, of course, willing to be honorable and do things the proper way, as long as you're willing to be properable too. And then we can all get along together. Isn't that right? Genesis?
Sir, is that the right word you meant to say?
I know what I meant to say, and I said what I meant. And I meant what I meant, and I said what I meant, and I meant what I said.
Got it. I'll hit them with a great sword if they get to be mean.
Yes, wonderful. Now, Herschel, I am going to take this off, and when you have it removed, you're not going to make up lies about what I'm doing to you when they can see that I'm not doing that. Not if you agree.
Well, what did he say?
He wants you.
I'll nod because I don't understand what he just said. He doesn't want me to lie about how bad it is.
He doesn't want you to make up obvious lies about what they're doing to you when anyone can see that that's not happening. So he takes it off. Herschel?
Right.
You are technically no longer a boot, and therefore are accommodated with sustenance. So, all of you head up to the cafeteria, and I will have food prepared for you. Genesis, Happy, and Calcivir, you will be getting the food of heaven. Aphros and Herschel, you must watch them eat, and once they are finished, then you may have the food befitting those in hell.
Wait, the spike wasn't real?
No.
No.
Cool.
It was metaphorical for the torture I go through every day.
You just see, like, instantly Jokwrob ages 5 years.
I don't even know how he does
Metaphors
that,
are
man.
complicated. You should speak plainly.
So what's on the menu today?
Today, we have gruel with moss.
Oh, that's my favorite.
The moss does add an interesting taste.
I lived on that for many years before I came here. It reminds me of home.
What's on the menu for us?
Well, you will have a 5-course dinner prepared by my personal chef, a member from the Northwestern Alliance. They are those that have signed allegiance to me, so they will get the best of the best. And of course, as a member of Heaven, you get to see what they have to offer. So he takes you down to an unused cafeteria room, one that has been cleared specifically for this exact purpose, and he brings all of you guys to one of the cafeteria rooms. There are many. This is just one. And you are sat at a table. A beautiful little table. And food is brought out in front of everyone, but Herschel and Aphros are not allowed to eat yet.
How kind, letting us watch them eat. It's a feast for the senses other than taste.
Hey, little insect, you're gonna let me have your gruel, aren't you?
Just let me have a spoonful. That's all I need.
All right, one
Then
spoonful.
you can have the rest.
I gotta keep up these abs. Need the nutrients.
See, there's like a bunch of other prisoners just waiting outside as they have to wait until Herschel and Aphros are done as well.
What are they feeding me,
Good
Pog?
life.
The same thing. Warforged can eat if they want to.
Oh, they can?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you don't
You
need
just
to.
don't get anything out
Yo,
of it. Yeah.
that's the strat. Yo, you ask for food, then give it to Herschel, bro.
I'm not gonna do that. I'd have to hit myself with a greatsword.
Jocko would probably be angry. Yeah.
He's like standing there watching us.
Yeah, he is standing there watching. You guys are given a 5-course meal, a 5-star meal, a 5-course, all the courses, all the stars, everything's great. The first part is just like this delicious little delicate appetizer that is so light but very nicely hinted of citrus. It's smooth, a little bit sweet, but not particularly. It reminds you of something that you had at home, Calcivir. And Happy, this is just like above and beyond dining that you're used to.
I'm gonna take like a piece of the appetizers and try to give it to Herschel. See what happens.
You get a sleight of hand on
Uh,
this?
No,
I hit Happy with a greatsword.
no, thank
Whoa.
you. I'm saving room for the gruel. It's got moss in it today.
Like, gently, because I am sitting down.
He won't even accept it. We were to give it to him.
Tell you the truth, this place isn't so bad.
The next course that comes out is a salad using some local greens here. These jungle greens are a bit spicier. Some of them are almost musky, like they have sort of a fermented taste to them. And this whole salad is very vibrant. Think like almost kimchi in consistency, like with like some of the muskier and fermented, funkier stuff. It's pretty intense, but incredibly delicious. There's a lot of nuts as well with it here. For
Like
the
a variety of nuts.
Yeah. There's 3 different types of nuts. The next thing that is brought out, all the while everyone else is watching you all eat, is you see like this steak, but it's interesting. It's a steak made out of a creature that has been eating the same white substance, like these leaves that have. So when you eat this steak, it seems to like cure your body's ills at the same time. Now this is something that I've been working on for a little while. I thought, what happens if we rear the animals on this curative substance? And the answer is the animals provide their own curative, restorative effects as well. Isn't that wonderful? Happy, Calsevier?
It's cool, I guess.
Riveting. How do you happen to be able to provision so much? Is this part of the biology of the area?
Yes, and particularly, I have this provision by the Northwestern Alliance. They work with me, I work with them, and we all work together. It's a harmonious thing.
Like northwest of your inner sanctum, or?
In the northwest of my inner sanctum, that's correct.
Where else would it be? The southwest?
I mean, I know it's probably been, I don't know how long since you've been in here, Aphros, but there's more to this, to the world than a sanctum.
Of course, man. I was part of the Bronze Gauntlet once upon a time.
I think there's a miscommunication. The whole thing is his inner sanctum, like all the jungle and all that.
Oh no, I mean, there
like
isn't just. If he can get stuff brought to the inner sanctum, I think, from outside of it.
I mean,
Yes,
you
I
can
actually have an army under my control. Just like that bastard Tvar. But unlike Tvar, I also have an entire world at my disposal. And he just runs around, like spinning around. He said the word disposer there, by the way. Not sure if you caught it.
The Tvar is an army?
Of course Tvar has an army. That's his thing. He's the army guy. And I am the true genius behind it all. He bows and curtsies as if he were wearing a kilt, but is not.
How do you mean true genius of it? Did you give him his army, or give to their army, I should say?
Well, all of these fools have been developing their own plans and everything. For whatever reason, I have been looking ahead. I am the only one with the foresight to realize what these inner sanctums can do for us. No matter how bad the outside world gets, things will always be good for me here. Yes, I have one word for my inner sanctum. Paradise!
What is Tver's inner sanctum like? Is it more or less empty?
Completely uninhabited. But let's forget about this. It's time for the next course. And you see two waiters bring out like this huge cheesecake for all of you guys. It uses some of the jungle citrus for flavoring. The jungle citrus is a little bit more bitter than you would expect, so they make up for it by making the cheesecake itself sweeter.
Does it have like I don't know how to call it, like a dressing or a syrup?
Yeah, it does. The syrup is also made out of the citrus, but is sweetened as well, and they add some vanilla to it. So the syrup is the same sort of hint of the citrus. Then you get this powerful citrus on top where they actually have the fruit itself. And finally, last but not least, a banana. But not just any banana. A banana from paradise. It's even better. And he puts these bananas out in front of everyone. He's been carrying them the whole time.
What's
Enjoy.
paradise? Do we know what paradise is?
Yeah, he
His
just
inner
said
sanctum.
his inner sanctum. He calls it paradise.
Happy's gonna start eating bananas.
The bananas are really good. They're very sweet. They have like, you know, when you get banana candies, they have like that banana flavor, but actual bananas don't have that. That's the flavor of these bananas here.
That explains a lot.
Does it?
Yeah, the reason why banana candies have a different flavor than real bananas is that variety of banana is extinct.
And Jokwrob motions for all of you guys to move to the table above, except Herschel and Aphros.
I'm gonna skip the banana because I'm gonna say I'm full. We got limited tummy space for non-oil components.
Well, Calcivir, you don't want to be at that table. Trust me.
I am.
Cal, I'm gonna hit you with the great sword.
I don't want to be at the table, so I'm not at the table.
All right, so you move up.
Yeah.
Okay. Jokwrob puts down 4 bowls, takes a step, and raises his hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin. There are 4 bowls of gruel with moss, and there are a total of 8 people here. If you don't get one of these, you will not have any food for today. What do you do? Herschel, you're up first. You grab 2?
I've got an idea. I just want to check that the spell does what I think it does. A creature you touch.
Moss is a creature, it's living. Just saying.
Actually, let's stop let's start by rolling initiative, everyone.
Okay, hold on, I gotta look at my macro.
Fine, I'll just beat everybody up.
Should I roll initiative?
Cancel.
No, you're out. You're not in this one.
1 sec. -1. I've got Herschel selected.
Spells, huh?
2.
Wow, these guys are rolling really well. Okay, so in this game, the goal is to eat the food. If you eat, then you're good. If you don't, you will have a level of exhaustion. Very simple. To eat all of the food will require a total of 2 actions per bowl. Eating half a bowl will not provide enough sustenance. You have 2 hands, so you can grab 2 bowls, but eating from the bowls will be difficult.
Oh, I get it. It's because it's called food fight.
Down, man.
This one is not. This one's called conflict, but that'd be an interesting if I use food fight for this.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I know.
This isn't really like a boss fight, though.
I almost said something funny.
Why are these guys rolling so well? I wonder.
Because our initiatives are not. We don't have much dex.
All right.
Is Jokwrob watching this like really closely, or is he bored?
He's stepped off to the side to watch this, but he is watching this.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't do this. I forgot that the durations. Don't.
God, fucking hell. They'll rip it out of their fucking hands.
All right. The first is fellow enforcer Grant, who curiously. I'm dying. Why do flies go into my mouth? I don't understand.
Like, you need more protein.
That's true. Anyways, I'm no longer vegan.
You should be happy to have flies fly into your mouth. They're an excellent source of calories.
Grant, as a fellow enforcer, steps down and their feet is filled with fire. They are a monk, and they are using fire in their hands and pushing off the remainders. They look at you, Aphros, and they nod. Everyone else, the people with eye patches, are normal members of Hell, but Whisker specifically is a boot. So Eye Patch 2 is going to attempt to get past Grant. This will be an opposed athletics. So here's Eye Patch 2. And here's Grant. Grant wins. They are not able to push past Grant, who is just blocking off completely. However, this uses Grant's reaction. Whisker is going to step in and grab a bull. One bull down. Gorscal is going to step in and take a bull, as will Friar, but Kimberly is not able to get out to the other side to get to the bull. So Whisker, Gorscal, and Friar have a bull. And now we go to Aphros.
Alright, I'm gonna use my object interaction to pick up one of the last remaining bull.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to grab from Whisker his bull.
Alright, go ahead and make an opposed athletics check.
See if I can do something. Doesn't look like it can. Alright. Hope for the best.
This should be +4. My bad, I used the wrong one.
Oh my god.
Whisker at this point is able to actually like pull this away. They spin around. They get it away from you. Not today, Aphros.
Alright. Let's see, is this a... Yeah, this is...
If you have extra attack, you can try again, by the way.
I do technically, yeah. Just wanted to know if, I've got battle maneuvers, but I don't know if you can do them on,
Genesis
those are weapon
just
attacks,
runs into
so
the
it
melee
doesn't-
for no reason.
Let's take his bolt. Fuck.
Okay, maybe they fail.
Maybe. I'm like,
No.
I tried.
Whisker at this point is like stepping back, holding the bull. Is not eating it yet, but is grinning. Whisker, by the way, is very strong. You would know this, Aphros. They used to be an enforcer. They are very vicious. They're a rogue, but they're not very like strong. They can't win these shows of force. But the reason why Whisker was such a good enforcer is because he basically can disappear and then reappear behind people. Just extremely stealthy. Seems to be everywhere at once.
Speaking of, I'm going to bonus action cast Misty Step, which I can do once a day.
What?
Because of Fey... or what? Fey Touch.
Oh, wait, did you grab the bull, right?
Yeah. I've got one bowl, so... I've got my food,
Oh my god.
so I can just go 30 feet somewhere.
Oh my god. Alright.
Reminds me of the games they used to play. Oh, what sites in the Coliseum?
Do I still have a move action?
I think you still have move, yeah.
Alright, let's go another 30 feet. Look, you got mine!
Okay, Herschel, you're up.
All right. Yeah, I'll do this.
Good luck, Herschel.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, those are gonna give
The,
us
the bowls of food are
look ramp,
these.
Yeah. So if you have that, that means you have a bowl.
All right. I will
By the way, this token in black and white means you have half a bowl. You've eaten one half.
Oh crap, I can't cast that. I don't have the material. Oh, give me a sec.
Jokwrob is just like eagerly watching this. He's munching on like a banana.
I only have fleece. Sorry, my plan won't work because I don't have the proper material for what I wanted to do.
No.
I'm standing kind of near Jokwrob, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask them, so is this for a lesson, or is this for your entertainment?
A little bit of Section A, a little bit of Section B. Isn't it fun? Dinner with a show.
Is there a bowl that hasn't been claimed yet?
There's not. All the bowls have been claimed, but you can use sleight of hand to eat from someone's bowl as they are holding it.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself because I've got no, because that's a different. I thought that was fleece. I don't have that material. I can do this. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself, and so 3 more of Herschel appear, and we're gonna go over, and I'm going to attempt to eat from this person's bowl.
It's Friar right beside you.
Yeah, from Friar. I'm going to give you advantage.
From Friar, or is it?
No, it's from Friar. Kimberly was
Kimberly.
trying to get the bull that Aphros was getting, but wasn't able to move up there in time.
Okay. Cast mirror image. All right, and sleight of hand.
Yeah, I'm going to give you advantage because there's like a bunch of mirrors going for it, so it's really hard to see which one is which.
All right. Let's do sleight of hand. 7.
All right, this will be opposed, I suppose. They're going to oppose with their athletics.
Makes sense.
Even with all this, they're just able to like hold one arm, and you're not able to like get through. They're holding the bowl with the other one. Friar's like looking down at the gruel.
And I have no bonus actions, so that's my turn.
Old man, soon you will see that power is everything. And Grant steps forward and just like hard is going to punch Gorscal in the gut. This is an athletics. This is supposed to be +4. What am I doing? Once again, the strongest people are failing the athletics checks. And these random guys aren't getting it. Gorscal just looks. You've lost your touch, Grant. Patch number 2 is just going to see if they can overpower Whisker. The same bonus, so I'm just going to roll 2d20 and see who's the higher one. What? Okay, that's 2 3s. Eye patch number 2 grabs the bull from Whisker successfully.
Oh my god. You're right, the show is good.
Whisker is going to just eat from the bull then. Thanks for holding the bull for me. Now I don't need to defend it. And is going to use his sleight of hand and just dips it in and just starts eating the entire thing. I'd say with the 20, he eats the entire bowl in one sitting. Eye patch number 2 is holding the bowl, and then before he can see, has an empty bowl marked by 0. Gorscal is going to eat half. Friar is going to eat half. Kimberly is going to try to eat Friar's half. So once again, they have the same roll. They're going to oppose each other. And Friar defends successfully. Aphros, you are good.
I'm eating.
All right. Just no one can catch up to you. You're good. Doesn't even matter. All right, Herschel, now's your last chance to get half of a bowl of gruel.
Okay, I'm gonna go for this one still up here.
Nice.
So I'll re-roll that. My sleight of hand should actually be +3 because there's a feat I haven't added yet. Because you removed racial restrictions on feats,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Correct.
So I should have an extra dexterity. I should be at 10 dexterity.
All right, go ahead and give me another roll. Let's see if you can get this. Ooh, you might.
16.
You do it. You're able to use your shadow clone jutsu to overwhelm this guy completely. You get half a bowl.
Like some of them go up in there and distract him, and I just kind of go in as myself. I just stick my hands in, scoop it up, and eat it.
All right. So eating half a bowl, you can make a Constitution saving throw to be satiated with this. If you eat a full bowl, you don't even need to roll. And now is Grant's last chance.
Let's go, Grant! Proud of you, buddy.
Okay, Gorscal does not guard it. Grant eats half. Let's go.
In other words, everybody starves.
With all the food consumed, as no one has any way of getting to Aphros, let's see if Grant makes the save.
Oh, I can just...
Grant makes the save. It's a DC 10 for the first day. Herschel, let's see if you make your saving throw. DC 10.
Right.
It's not hard. It's Constitution.
I've actually got good constitution.
Was this to survive the moss?
This is basically like
Hey!
just barely. Yeah, so this is like you are not quite malnourished, but this is definitely not good for you in the long run, right? So this is like, are you able to function with this level of food? If you fail to eat, if you fail this roll, then you're exhausted. If you succeed the roll but don't eat well the next day, the DC goes to 15, then 20, then 25, and so on. Eventually, it becomes virtually impossible, and you will eventually suffer the effects of starvation. But basically, can you go a day without food, is this rule.
I thought you only needed to eat every, 2 days. But drink every day.
Yeah, it's something like that, but have you tried going a day without
gruel.
food? It's hard.
Yeah.
And this is gruel. This is not very nutritious. Well, good job, everyone. To those of you that haven't got to eat, better luck next time.
That was delicious. Fun as always. Mealtime is never boring here.
Grant smiles at you, Aphros, and gives you a high five.
I tried, little man. At
You
least
got
some.
yours. Grant just walks up and punches Whisper very hard in the chest. Or Whisker, not Whisper. And walks out. Well, mealtime is interesting, isn't it? Thankfully, for those of you in heaven, you don't have to deal with any of that. Another banana?
Truly riveting. How do you collect these bananas?
Oh, there's a grove to the east, and I have people working for me. I don't collect them myself, though I could if I want. I can teleport freely in my world through the moon.
Do you ever go and watch them? Do you see the process?
Sometimes I look through my moon and look down at people. If they answer me, I can teleport to them.
Is the moon something that you keep around? Do you hold on to it? Is it a focus of yours? Or is it simply part of the world around you?
I am the world, my dear.
Hmm.
And he bows. You see, my aspect, and as he claps his hands together, you can see his aspect appears behind him. It looks vaguely like Jokwrob, but it's entirely red. You can see it's much stronger looking, and it has completely black eyes. And we are one and the same. Unlike many of you cowardly aspects who flee from what it entails, I have come to a mutual relationship with mine. I suppose that's why I'm the aspect of bargaining. Once you and your aspect have a cordial relationship, it's much easier to do things like this.
Okay, but when they vowed, did they do something meaningful or was it clumsy? Do I get to be judgmental of them?
What do you mean?
Um, like uh, Cal is standing here and they've got this whole like linguistic of body language, and
Hmm.
Jokwrob said that they took a bow out of pride or something, and
Okay, yeah. This is a very informal bow. Like, he is not versed in any etiquette whatsoever.
yeah, uh, I would do like a nod of the head in response. Anyway,
Well, anyway, I have one last thing to get to, but you can converse with your fellows. My enforcer will ensure that you do the right thing. Isn't that correct, Aphros?
Yes, sir.
Right. I have some matters to attend to, and when I come back, I will have some private discussions with you all about your future here and about your future in general. Ta ta! And then he disappears. Jokwrob can teleport at will in this world.
well, Jokwrob, I wish you well with your evening of leisure. And
Good, it's gone. I don't have to hit with the greatsword anymore.
They all glare at Whisker, who's just like sitting in the back playing with a switchblade that they should not absolutely have, but no one has the gall to deal with Whisker about it.
Hmm.
Oh, hello, Aphros. I see you staring.
Little man, you're not supposed to have that, you know that?
Well, would you like to do something about it?
You wanna make me do something about it?
And I quickly roll sleight of hand to try to take the switchblade from him when he's like flipping it in midair.
Go ahead.
All right, it's gonna be hard. This guy's a rogue. Oof.
Can I percept it?
You can hear. You are actually able to like quickly like take it out. Go ahead and perception. No, you did not see this happen. Happy like walks forward, and Whisker and Happy make eye contact for a fraction of a second. And Whisker quickly tries to get his hand back in a position to hold it carefully. But Happy, you're just like lightning speed. You flick it out of the air, and you get it into your hand.
Thank you. Go walk back and sit down.
Well.
Sorry.
There's no way I would see it either, so it just looks like Whiskey put it away. That's right, that's what I
Yeah.
thought, little man. Put it away.
Whisker just looks up at Happy and previously was just whistling like a tune, but now whistles in admiration. I think I have some competition here. Grant, come in. Don't be bitter just because you can't get any food. And Grant steps in. Sorry about that. I'm not really like bitter or anything. I just have to put on a show for the boss.
So, if you two fuck around like that, we'll all be fighting for food too. You know, he doesn't like add more bowls if there's more people.
Seems that that would keep the entertainment value rather brisk, would it not?
Yes,
Has anyone-
it would. It absolutely would. This is a joy of every mealtime.
I'm told that fleshy people get upset when they don't eat for a long time. You know, I like moss.
Ah, fuck! I could have action surged. Damn.
Okay, listen to me, newbies. Welcome to hell. You won't be here if you play your cards right, but in this world, the house always wins. Sooner or later, you will find yourself down here with the rest of us. When you do, Aphros and I are in charge. For now. Maybe we won't be in the future. Whisker was in charge after all.
Gambling is an immoral vice, so if you could not use metaphors like that.
Grant just blinks and stares at you.
Right, it's one of the better vices because you don't know what's going to happen, but it's still, you know, a vice.
Anyway, moving right along. We, for the most part, don't want to be here either, but there are some of them that are fully on board with Jokwrob's scheme. I mean, it gives you an opportunity to be as sadistic as you want. Luckily, I am one of the nicer enforcers. When the boss isn't looking, I have no reason to punish you. Savvy?
Appreciate your light touch in these matters. But sadism, you say?
It's
Just
very
do what I'm
common
told
down
to
here.
do. Can't blame me for doing my job, little mans.
I mean, we were all heroes once, but this place isn't great for heroes.
Wait, were we? Oh,
That's mighty
All
full of
heroes?
yourself to call yourself a hero.
And that's how we
Wouldn't
got here.
say-
We killed
I wouldn't
Jokwrob,
s-
and here we are.
am not a hero. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Grant Netta. And they bow their head.
Oh, they're from that creepy assassin family.
what's an assassin doing here? Were you sent to kill Jokwrob?
They nod. Whisker is a former member of the Iron Claw. He was a rook. Whisker nods and waves his hand. The two of us were a partnership, and then everything broke down. Now Whisker here seems to enjoy being king of the castle, but has been delegated to boot duty for losing their way.
That means everybody has to insult him.
Whisker does seem the kind of fellow to lose his way often.
What did he do?
Aphros, you would know very well what Whisker did. Jokwrob told Whisker to kill a prisoner for saying that they will never be on board, and Whisker refused.
Whisker refused a direct order from Jokwrob himself to kill someone that wasn't obedient. Therefore, he got moved to the boot. You don't want to be a boot.
It's really not so bad.
Don't listen to the crazy man. Actually, do. If you're a boot, I'm not a boot.
I don't know how this guy, and Grant is pointing at Herschel, took a beating from everyone for a month and then said thank you afterwards. He thanked them.
Oh, it was more like pressure point therapy. My back in my old age. It felt very spry afterwards. I was able to stand up at a higher angle than I had since I was 60 years old.
And
Why are
then
you-
Grant's eyes just flash. They clap their hands. Everyone pays attention. Friar, Kim, Eyepatch, Goris, Whisker, out now. Enforcers rules.
I'll see you later, guys. I'll see you at lunch tomorrow.
Bye,
Whis-
Herschel.
Whisker begrudgingly steps out, but everyone make a perception check.
I look forward to further acquaintance, new comrades. Together we can surpass any of this.
1 second, I might roll a 20.
Our perceptions are very good. I see.
Wait, he probably. Wait,
Things are looking up for her.
What the fuck?
So Jokwrob would have took away like my goggles and stuff, right? With magic item.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's just a.
Does Happy still have the gloves of sleight of hands?
Oh, that's a good
The
point.
invisible
Actually,
gloves.
because if I do not have those, then he would still have the switchblade. Actually, I forgot.
Yeah,
about
No,
actually,
the gloves are invisible, right?
Yeah, it says they are. They just look like whatever.
I don't think he would have had the ability to take them then.
Well, I
Unless
was
he
under
knew
the
you had
impression
them.
earlier that I still had my how do you say equipment? But do I not? Are there a bunch of things that I'm missing?
You would not have like your weapons, but you wouldn't have been like
Oh,
fully
right. I
disarmed or
see.
anything. Remember, he did pat Happy down at the beginning.
I see.
Yeah.
What
I'm
about
just
my
wondering, like, would he take away all your magic items? Is what I'm wondering, like the gear that you will wear, like headgear and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
what about my my armor? I feel like we said something like in character about this, but it does say that it can't be removed against my will, but I don't know if that counts if I'm charmed. And you could just like charm me and make me take it off.
Yeah, but that's well. The other thing is you can just be told take it off or else, and you can say
Yeah.
no, but like the or else is there. Essentially,
Okay.
he is not like really going after the people in heaven. He just doesn't want them to have weapons and stuff out. Basically, very simple.
Cool. I've got very high IC right now then.
Nice.
So what you would see here, and by you I mean only Herschel, because this guy got a 20 on his stealth check, is as he was walking out, he silently casted a minor illusion to make it look like he was walking out with everyone. And at the same time, he just quickly hid underneath this table here. So he's still in the room, Herschel.
Whisker. What's he about? He's an enforcer.
Whisker is a former enforcer. He was one of the most brutal, but unlike the other like sadistic enforcers who are just doing that for no reason, Whisker is one of the few people trying to get out of here. He's still defiant.
I think gut reaction. Gut reaction is Herschel wouldn't say anything.
Okay. Now, if I recall, I heard something about one of you being an aspect.
I see.
Oh,
My reputation precedes me.
What's
you an aspect? Because I might have to hit
aspect?
you with the sword a lot.
We can break kayfabe. He is not here. Grant Genesis is one of the people working with you to get information to the outside.
Oh, then I like Grant.
Yeah, Grant, and I believe Aphros, you were also working on this as well, if I recall.
I was undecided. It could be either way.
You undecided? All right. Well, if you don't want to be, that's fine. But if you do, that's also fine.
I think he's
Working
more
on
of like
what?
indifferent to it, in that he's got his job, which is to kill Jokwrob, which might be helping people get out, might not.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna rat
are you
you
one
out
of
at
those-
least.
Are you like a good aspect? Because I'm pretty sure they're all like bad.
Let's focus, everyone.
What's
We have-
an aspect?
Yeah, what's an aspect, little man?
What are
Jokrob's like a general or some shit, right?
Aspect. That's what Jokwrob called himself. That means we have somebody on the same level of Jokwrob with us here.
You
Oh, so
have
why
someone
don't you just
who
one-on-one him and,
possesses
win?
a piece of the world that this place rests in, but I don't control this planet. I don't control this environment. I have more or less the same power as any of you.
You can't do that
Oh.
teleporty thing?
Well, that sucks.
I suppose that I could if I was in my sanctum, but
Couldn't you just like
never.
try? Could you like teleport to the table over there?
Yeah, why don't you go to like the moon, like you said?
I'm
I'm pretty sure you could teleport if you tried.
gonna make motions of like concentrating and putting my hands on my like one hand on my stomach and one on my forehead, and then after like 10 seconds, like shake my head and say, "No, I'm not in the right place."
If we have somebody that is... Oh, sorry, I don't understand. So, what is the difference between an aspect and Jokwrob? Clue me in here.
And well, there are a few aspects in the world. Happy, perhaps you'd like to detail what we know about the others, but Jokwrob is or possesses the aspect of bargaining, which gives them some control over how the universe operates.
Yeah, he's got the dragon and everything. I don't know how that's bargaining. So what's your aspect? Is it the aspect of blowing things up? Because that would be useful.
Not sure exactly what the aspect of blowing things up would look like, but indeed. I
Yeah, he
possess
said he was like
the aspect
bargaining,
of
so
fury.
what are you then?
A theory. Okay, that is getting into metaphors or something. I don't really know.
No, like their aspect will make you angry and therefore hit harder.
Oh, angry, not theory. That makes more sense.
Fury is anger, isn't it?
Fury is a kind of passion.
Look, here is the point that I'm trying to make. We've always had this problem of trying to get out. If we do, then what? I mean, I'm fairly competent, but for the most part, we would be sitting ducks out there. If you are theoretically on the same level as Jokwrob, maybe we can get out? Maybe then.
Okay, that's kind of a... We don't really know anything about this person, Grant.
Well,
They
Grant's
could be
a good
like...
guy, man.
They could be one of Jokwrob's friends trying to like figure out who in heaven would do such a thing. I don't really want to go to boot.
Indeed, and truthfully, you don't even know if I'm some sort of agent that they've placed here. Perhaps they've said something where they hope that you will trust me, and then, well, maybe I will give them all of your secrets. You do have secrets.
Wait, I know how to tell if you're telling the truth or not. We arm wrestle.
Secrets are moral.
I'm a very forthright person. I typically don't lie.
We have reason to believe that Herschel is one of the strongest people in the entire prison.
No, man.
Up there...
He can't even beat me in arm wrestle. He sucks. He's a liar.
It's true. He challenges me to arm wrestles all the time, and I always lose. My shoulder has become quite arthritic.
Why do you have one of the highest Coliseum win records, Herschel? What do you even do?
So I enjoy the sport. It's free time. I'm very grateful that we get to do it.
I mean, Grant, if you really think this is a good idea, then we should probably move on.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's the only idea we have left. Clearly, Jokwrob is planning something very big.
What about you, Aphros? Did you win?
I am, in fact, in this building, yes.
Aphros,
damn it.
Our faction in the Northwest has gotten news to me from one of the cooks. I won't say who, but I have an informant that can get outside of the tower. You know what they have told me?
If I knew what they told you, you wouldn't have to tell me, right?
I feel like you're a lot smarter than you let on. What do you think is happening in the Northwest, Aphros?
Sounds to me like they're doing some kind of organized resistance, pretending to side with Jokwrob or something.
Mm-hmm. Good. I have heard from a member of the jungle. They have sent someone all the way to the Northwest to tell us this. That they have information on what this black substance in Shade Pool is.
Real.
Apparently, it's created when people give in to despair. And Jokwrob is capable of molding it.
Does that mean that lady over there can do it too?
Maybe. But that's beside the point. They are going to stage a false uprising and then crush it completely. We have to get there before that happens.
They said so they know what the North Alliance is doing.
They can't suss us out, but if they find where our people are, we're dead. They're going to smoke us out like this. They're going to make it seem like our allies have been defeated. Eventually, someone will cave.
Wait, who's going to stage this false uprising?
Jokwrob is. That's the only explanation. Why does he keep dipping out? Where is he going?
Seeing the ladies?
Grant blushes and looks away, shaking her head.
He's probably
No.
like going to Disciple to live his life. This is kind of a stretch. You said you heard this from a cook?
I heard this from a reliable source, Genesis.
Well,
So we need to
either
get
way-
out. Tell them not to go with the uprising because it's fake.
No, we need to get out and successfully defeat the forces. They want the uprising to lose. What if the uprising wins?
I see. So we just want to get there and join them because then once we're outside of this place, we'll be full strength.
Exactly.
What does happen if the uprising wins?
Well,
hopefully we kill Jokwrob.
Maybe we get to go home.
if the uprising wins, we'll have an actual force to fight with, and then we can work on taking the temples.
To see the temples? We could see the temples?
To take the temples higher. You've got to have higher aspirations, man. We can get out of here.
I've always wanted to see those temples. I've
So,
been on good behavior to hopefully be able to get a work release to see them. Maybe they have latrines I could clean.
It's now or never, Genesis. If we let Jokwrob consolidate all the power that he wants, we're just going to get stuck here forever.
I mean, newbie Cal, does he know that you're an aspect?
Yes, he does.
No, as
Quite
long as I
certain
get
of
the
it. There
behead
are
that little goat
meetings
man.
between all of the aspects.
Then we'd better move fast because he probably has plans for you. We have to get going before those plans go into motion. So we're doing this at pretty much the speed in like the next hour, right, Grant?
Not the next hour. We need to plan something. My cook can get us a way out. But... Does anyone here know how to pick locks?
Yes.
Yeah, you hit him real hard. Kick the door in.
I'm not great at it, but I know how to do it.
I guess there's two of us then. Then no.
You can pick locks?
Among other things, yes.
Then we'll slip thieves' tools in. Once we're there, we'll need to find a way to get the stairs to move. Herschel, you are a master of the arcane, correct?
Yes, I'm very skilled with arcane forces.
Newbies, I know you
Temples.
probably don't believe this, but he actually has created spells from random crap he finds lying around.
Yeah, I
so
don't know how he does it. I swear we take everything from him, well, and he still manages to cast his magic.
Jokwrob gave me the rat. Surely he meant for me to have this bit of fleece.
And Aphros, you will be able to provide the brute force. I can make a distraction, then all of you together can leave.
Do we even know where the exit is?
There's one exit, though you may not like it. This is why I'm counting on the wizard here to find a way. The exit has to be the roof.
Oh, at least it's not the sewer.
But that leaves you behind, creating a distraction, Mr. Netta.
Misses, but
Misses.
no. You see, I have my role here. One thing that you learn in the Netta family is we are tools. My job is to get you out. If you get me out, that would be preferred, but after that, I don't care. So long as Jokwrob is killed, I've completed my mission.
Yeah. Now you're talking. Kill the goat mans.
Can you get us our things? It'd be a lot easier to do this with my armor.
Yes. The armory is on floor 13.
The water floor?
Grant nods her head unhappily.
Well, I don't need to breathe. I only have to worry about rust, so...
And the sharks. You'll need to go for a bit of a swim to get to where the armory is.
Oh,
I can
I
do
get to wear
that.
my swimsuit, do I?
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. My joints feel so much better when I'm in the water.
Wonderful. So, it looks like we have a plan. This will all begin once the cook gets us thieves' tools. The next time we'll be in rotation for that is 4 days from now. That is when Aphros and I will be assigned to this dining hall.
4 days. Oh.
4 days.
There's something pressing, I guess I should tell you folks. Time that passes in here, it's faster outside the sanctum.
Well,
So
how long have these people been here? Years.
Years, and as far as they're concerned, but even more for us, perhaps decades. How long have you been here?
I mean,
I have been here for 6 months.
And what year did you enter the inner sanctum?
Let me check my notes on a second.
What is the longest feasible time someone could have been here?
The longest feasible time could have been for 2 years. By the way, she entered in the year 981, which was 2 years ago.
Oh, so time's in lockstep here. That's great.
War times. So it seems like war times it's fast. I don't know if that's linear or not linear. Yeah.
Herschel was good. I don't know what the longest that you could have been here is, but it's got to be very long.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like several years ago. Jokwrob's been around for a bit.
Yeah. I've been
That
here for a
fucker.
while.
Well, I could tell you in the outside world, 2 years have passed since you've entered.
That is fine. My mission is to assassinate Jokwrob. An assassin has no need for feelings or attachments. This is our last chance. You have to understand this. Jokwrob has gotten much bolder as of late. Nice, he got the horn. Honk honk.
Does that count as an artisan tool?
Maybe? To what end here?
as
Do
a spellcasting
instruments?
focus.
I think they do.
Yeah. I think it would.
Cool. Well, if
It's I don't know if it really matters. I mean, you can hand wave it. I think technically that is an instrument. It has to be like a crafting tool.
I see.
But we just hand wave that because it doesn't really differentiate between them mechanically.
Yeah.
They're it's still a tool proficiency.
so, I mean, there's some minotaurs in here that have horns, right? If you give me a horn, I'll be able to cast spells. We just have to hollow it out, so it works.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
Or if you just get any of your armor with an infusion on it, you can use that as
Yeah.
your focus.
Well, the idea of being able to cast spells against the sharks would be helpful.
Oh yeah, getting to it.
Well, I think that is the plan. So for 4 days, we'll just have to stay tight. Aphros, you're in?
Yeah, man.
Genesis, I understand your apprehension, but you need to be decisive in things like this.
Yeah, we have to. 4 days is a long time, but we have to go before. He surely has special plans for an aspect.
Herschel?
To see the temples. I am in.
And finally, my new friends.
Oh, wait, one moment. What about you, Whisker? Are you in?
Whisker left, little man. Are you gone senile on us?
Whiskers over there. And I point.
Whisker at this point clicks their tongue. Herschel, you sold me out, you son of a bitch.
What? Are you in?
Hmm.
I know you've been trying to escape. This could be your chance.
Whisker is at this point grinning. Now hold on just a minute. No closer, everyone. If I am found dead, Jokwrob can resurrect me.
Well, I mean, how long will it take for him to resurrect you?
Yeah, but
Surely
that
less
depends if
than
he
4
actually finds
days.
you or not.
It seems like I have all the power here.
I mean, we got
He
hungry
needs a
people
big
here,
enough
you know?
part to resurrect you.
Whisker at this point holds up his left hand where it's revealed that he's missing one finger. His ring finger on his left hand is gone.
What the fuck is this guy doing? Okay. You cut off your finger.
Oh, he's saying that's a part that Jokwrob has, I think, that he can resurrect him with.
Jokwrob let me know that there's no escape, even in death.
Can I roll an insight? Maybe this is just like a battle wound he's trying to hide.
Go ahead.
Or he got it cut off for fucking stealing.
Never mind.
You think he's telling the truth because he is completely confident here.
Yeah, so are you in or not?
Well, it depends. What do I get out of this?
Freedom.
Yeah, you get to leave.
We get to see the temples.
You get to
don't
leave, the
want
goat man
to
gets to
leave.
die, you probably get to take whatever's in his little treasury or whatever.
See, unlike you, I've come to learn that Jokwrob is more than he lets on. I think he's right. And I think there is a future awaiting me if I stay roughly in his good books.
There's a future
I
that waits
slipped
you
up
everywhere.
once.
He really isn't that bad.
I slipped up once, but never again. If I follow you, then I will be slipping up a second time. And we see what happens to those who slip up twice in his books. So what? I've an aversion to killing. He doesn't.
It's
If I
really
get caught,
not so bad down in hell. You get used to it fairly quickly.
if I get caught with this, I will surely be destroyed. On the other hand, if I let him know about this little operation, well then, don't you think I'll be promoted to heaven?
You were just walking around with a switch knife as a boot. I don't think you're that concerned about him catching you.
What switchblade?
Well,
Search me all you'd like, I don't have it.
Oh yeah?
You know just as well as I do that's very easy to fall from heaven. He's already made me be big brother to these two.
I'm gonna search his body for it.
Alright, go ahead and make an investigation check. You did a terrible job, and you don't know if he's just cleverly hidden it or not. But he doesn't have it.
Yeah, but you're real good with hiding it. It's probably up your ass crack or something.
We can take this another step, Whisker. We can cut out your vocal cords. Then you won't be able to say anything.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh dang, I ain't too good at these.
Why would we cut it out when we could rip it out?
You could just put the mask of silence on him.
Oh,
Wow,
good.
one of those.
That's a good response.
Whisker's
No.
eye twitches, which is the only time that you've ever seen anything really. But he then looks up at you and then looks at everyone else. I have a counter proposal.
Alright, little man.
You
Yeah.
see, I am on boot duty. And the reason why I'm on boot duty is because an enforcer, like myself, failed to properly punish a boot. And he looks over at you, Aphros. You are an enforcer. I am a boot.
Yeah.
All you have to do is give up your little bit of power, saying that you refuse to hurt me any further.
You could stay with me. It would be great. I wouldn't have to conjure up my own roommates.
And you're willing to risk it all just to switch places?
Oh, that's just the cost to not have me tell.
Awfully bold of you when I could just, silence you permanently.
I think you're bluffing. And I think another thing as well. I think that if I am able to get where I want to be and you get out, then everyone wins.
And where do you want to be?
I want to be the man that holds the sword. It's always been my goal, nothing more and nothing less.
Do you mean the one that kills Jokwrob, or do you mean like literally holding a sword?
It doesn't matter who is in power. I don't care. As long as I am in a good position, then I'm content. So, let me hedge my bets. If you fail your little investigation, then I'm back to being an enforcer. If you succeed, I will gladly step out with all of you. Either way, I win.
Roll an insight. Is he planning
ahead.
anything else?
Hey.
This guy is tricky, but for the moment he has no ulterior plans. He realizes that trying to be especially tricky with Aphros and you now intimidating him is bad. So he's just making it very clear what his logical plan is. He's going to be in the position that no matter what happens, he is kind of good off. He's hedging his bets. He's not going all in on either or.
Yeah,
This is
right.
preferable. And then I'm gonna take out the switchblade and hand it to him back. Show of good faith, so that this deal goes off smoothly.
Whisker nods and smiles. Well then, next lunch, Aphros.
Got yourself a
4
deal, little
lunches
man.
from now.
But if you so much as squeal the tiniest bit,
All right. The rest of this leisure time is kind of boring. I don't think really we need to do much with it. You do
Yeah,
get
I
a
guess
little
we all
bit.
get a little introduced and stuff.
The only real leisure time that you would really have primarily is ordinarily going to be like heavily dealt with by the enforcers. But in this case, Grant and Aphros are working with you guys to try to break out. So the enforcers are not enforcing anything, and you're in a good spot. However, you hear footsteps coming from above, and suddenly Grant gets a lot harsher all of a sudden and is yelling at everyone to sit down, be quiet.
getting on.
Put the greatsword back down for a little bit.
I'll sit down.
Well,
Yes, sir, Grant, sir.
I am back. Just had some business to attend to. I hope that Grant was not too harsh on you. I know Aphros is a little softy. Just a bit of humor. Aphros is vicious as they come.
There.
Whisker. Hello. Oh, everyone, please attack Whisker. I am bored and I would like to see this.
Are you sure, sir? You-
Jokwrob nods.
Gonna fake punch Whisker.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh, I know what I'll do.
In this case, we don't necessarily need to do initiative as
But I got such a
average.
good roll.
Yeah, I'll just trip him.
Okay.
I'll use the combat superiority die to trip him.
Oh my god, okay.
Which, isn't really going to hurt him, but...
Guess I'll draw the greatsword again, my favorite tool.
Wow. He flips over the kick. Hey, no dodging. And then you trip him. Alright, Genesis, you want to hit him with the greatsword?
I mean, if I have to, I'll hit him with the sword.
Alright, roll to hit, and actually just roll damage. I think you just hit.
Okay. Well, I could
Roll-
crit.
That's true. Go ahead and roll d20 to see if
Oh
you
my-
crit.
Okay. I have advantage. Is he prone right now?
Yeah, you have advantage.
13, and then that's plus 7. 20, which I think does hit him. How much does a greatsword's damage?
2d6 plus
Yep.
strength.
2d6 plus strength.
I'm gonna
Oh my
say
gosh.
this is non-lethally.
Yeah, Whisker just struggles immensely under the weight of this blow. Jokwrob nods. Grant Net is going to come in with a hit.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe I rolled a 16.
Big damage. Also non-lethal. All right. Herschel and Cal. And Happy, you fake this blow. He doesn't know.
Trying to decide.
Aphros, you haven't hit him yet.
Who do you think knocked him on the ground, huh?
I'll.
Get over here, Herschel, and give him a slap. With your puny little arms.
I'll cast. Oh, that's a self spell. Sorry, I've got a bunch of new spells. I'll cast. No, I don't want to. I'll just do minor illusion to
Just summon like a fire around him. Take that! Burn in my magically conjured fire!
Jokwrob is past the point of caring about what you do, Herschel. He looks at Calcivir expectingly.
Yeah, I've been
Well?
looking at my skill list, and I've been thinking if there's some sort of performance I can do, but no, I think in my case that I just punch him. That's pretty in character for me to just stand up and just like everybody else is pretending, and then I just go for the cheekbone.
All right. Go ahead and make a deception check then to see how convincing it is, I guess.
How convincing it is. I feel like it could be like a performance for it to be convincing, but I
That's
don't
true.
I don't have a proficiency in either one, so it's fine.
Yeah, both make sense here. This is convincing enough for Jokwrob, who smiles and is like nodding. Very good. All of you did an exceptional job, and I am proud of every one of you. Now,
Thank you, sir. That means the world to me.
now, Genesis, Happy, and Calcivir, we are heading up back to heaven. Enforcers, make sure that the boot and this normal man get back to their place. Yes?
Normal.
It was
wouldn't call him
wonderful
normal.
to meet you.
I'm honored to have met Herschel.
As you guys are walking, you can see now, like, the guards of this place are ghosts that hide in the walls. So you don't see the guards all the time, but they can just come out of the walls at any point. There are no ghosts in this cafeteria, however. Happy, what are you doing?
No, nothing.
She found some catnip and now she's going crazy.
All right. So you guys are brought back to your cells.
Home, sweet home.
Jokwrob locks you guys in, and then claps his hands, and immediately all the bars turn into completely impenetrable walls, and you are in like near absolute silence. You cannot hear a thing that happens outside of your individual cell.
What's the lighting situation? Is it candles?
The lighting situation is it's
Is it just very dark?
magic. It's
Oh,
magic.
cool.
So the tiles above your head light up, as if the light spell were cast on them.
What did you say the material of these cells was? Since we'll be coming back here a few more
Yeah,
times.
so
probably.
the floor is wood. The floor is wood. You have stone walls. There's a window, but if you look out the window, it's just rock.
Huh.
It's like they carved this into the wall and then put a window there to spite you.
What's the bed situation like? Is that made of wood?
The bed frame is made out of wood. The bed itself is a pretty soft material. You assume it's down from one of these jungle birds. Everything is purple colored. You have a toilet that also has like a privacy screen set up. And as mentioned, you have massage chairs.
Okay. Can I break like a splinter off the bed? Like a couple hours after Jokwrob leaves?
I mean, you can certainly try. Right now, you're just in complete isolation.
Yeah. If I'm able to break a splinter off the bed, then I'm going to infuse it overnight to make it a magical item.
All right, very interesting. Jokwrob is going to... Let's actually roll the dice to see. So 1 is Calcivir, 2 is Happy. See who he visits first. I don't know which one, but either one's going to be interesting. 2 is Happy.
Congratulations, Happy. I'm gonna sit here and examine the ventilation, which is presumably nothing.
Jokwrob opens the door to your cell, and for a second you can hear the outside world, and then we close it, it's completely quiet. Hello, Happy.
Hello.
He sits back in the reclining chair, All of his usual like mannerisms of being like skittish and moving around are gone completely. He has changed his body language, demeanor, and personality, like just like snapping his finger. So, I had previously made a case that I would like the world to be more wild. Do you recall?
Yes.
That was just the short pitch. Now, if I give you the long pitch, I have reason to believe that you will agree with me.
Go on.
I know what you are trying to accomplish. I know who you are. I know what you work with, who you work with, and why. But I know something that you don't. I know the power of will. You see, I, through you, have not earned my rank by physical strength, brute force, nothing of the sort. What I have is an unending desire to see my goals. I wish for a world that is more wild. I tire of the way things are. And, much like you, I was chosen. And he holds out his arm and produces a light shard.
Ooh.
But unlike you, I did not choose to be another person's pawn. And he changes the color of the light shard to purple. The light shard, of course, is an entity, and all entities can make a deal. My aspect is greater than the living light that you have, Happy.
Interesting. What are
Let me
those?
guess. You want to take the writ out and destroy it. And
Destroy?
he sits back and crosses his legs.
Maybe.
What do you think happens when the writ is destroyed?
I'd imagine... I don't know. What happens?
What happens is the only thing protecting our world is gone. Gone forever. The writ was originally created as a way of keeping malignant entities out of the material plane. It became a focus for all divine energy. And while it has its problems, I think you will agree that our world has not been invaded by demons, no?
No, it has not.
The living light simply wants a foothold, and it doesn't care what has to be destroyed in the path to get there. Happy, if you do what the living light wants you to do and be its happy little pawn, what's going to happen is the living light will get into the material world, and so will the Archfiend Cindy and her armies. The material plane will be an endless war zone. Eventually, a winner will be found. The living light doesn't care. It just wants to spread its warmth. But what of the people on the plane? Is that really what you want? And he leans in and he's like staring at you.
I'm not particularly sure what I want at this moment.
Now, I believe you agreed with me when I wanted the world to be more wild, and I really do. I have no reason to lie to you on this. My true objective, after all, I can't even defeat the preacher. I could really be the aspect of depression if I wanted, huh? But I, above all else, am an admiral. And I will take my fleet to a new world. He reaches out his hand. Won't you join me?
On one hand, you say you would like things to be more wild. But on the other, you say removing the writ would make the material plane more wild.
That is correct, but there's a difference. If we remove the writ, there is no hope for our survival. Of course, the cosmic entities that live amongst the planes don't care. Why would they? After all, this is just another battlefield for them. I, believe it or not, care about the people and the animals on this world.
You want insight on that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oof.
You think he's telling the truth.
Well,
But on the other hand, you are also like completely overwhelmed in this situation. I don't know if you're feeling overwhelmed, but Jokwrob has every upper hand here, and it's very much like frazzling you a little bit.
I hope you understand. I do not want to shake hands with you unless I know the exact terms of this sort of agreement we would be making.
Clever. Well, it was worth a try. Happy, here's what I wish. For the moment, I would like you to consider my words. We can discuss once you've had more time to think about them. Unless you believe that you can take down Nula, which I'm very skeptical of, Nula will eventually succeed at what he wants to do. Once this happens, the world will be in a dire, dire state. I believe my method is the best for guaranteeing the survival of all sentient races. That is why I've built this place. It will be a holding cell, from which we can prepare any ecosystem that we wish. So far, I have been fond of jungles, but I can do Arctic environments as well. Plains, mountains, and this way I can ensure no species will be killed in the coming fallout. And if you join me, we can ensure that this will happen. He steps up, closes the door behind him. Then, he steps into Calcivir's. Hello, Calcivir. I see you in the chair.
You said all the bars go away, and there's just like a wall left, kind of?
That's correct.
Do they open a door in the wall? Is it just all flush?
Yeah, so the door's always there, right? The door is the same, but the walls just suddenly, or the bars turn into walls. So the door,
okay.
Instead of being like a bar door, becomes like a wall door that's flush with the cell.
All right.
Think of it like the bars all expand into like a metal sheet, basically. I see that you've taken the chair. That's fine. I'll take the bed.
Beautiful location you have here. I appreciate your hospitality more than my recent experiences. And I gesture at my beautiful leg.
Vim and I had a lot in common, but one thing that he never had was he never respected the power of one person.
The power of the individual, you say. You think that a great man can change history?
Yes, absolutely.
So you believe in the power of the preacher?
I do, absolutely. You'd be a fool not to. I'm sure you've seen firsthand what he is capable of. Awkward silence, I suppose.
Well, I suppose that we should get down to business. What did you come here to talk with me about?
Well, Calcivir, I know a few things about you. Things that maybe you don't even know.
Secrets.
And I know a few things about the state of the world. I know about your beloved Hamishorum.
Hi, yes, beautiful place. Sort of large, not much of a surprise that you're aware of it, but I trust that such information might be more...
Tell me, what is it like to long for a place that you cannot return?
Oh, it's like nothing else.
And if I told you that the secret to unlocking your curse is within my realm, you would say...
I would say many people have told me that they know exactly how to solve my problem. I have been told that it's within certain walls. Now you're telling me it's within your walls. So you would forgive me, I hope, that I wouldn't immediately believe you. I suppose that you could make me believe you, but it wouldn't be at the first instance.
Oh, Calcivier. You really do. You really do take after your... And then he, like, stares you in the eyes, just pausing out on this last word. Sponsor.
I appreciate your, concerns. But truly, I have much business to attend to.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think it is a coincidence that every member of the Rising has been immune to shade miasma?
A coincidence? Well, I suppose not. Why would we keep them on the adventure if they,
Oh no, the initial members. And I'm including Ira as well. Have you ever counted the initial members of the Rising?
Counted?
Yes, you can count. How many people were selected for the mission?
What is your point, friend Jokwrob?
6, correct? I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Now, tell me, how many aspects are there?
I appreciate this conversation that we're having, Jokwrob.
How many aspects are there, Calcivier?
See, this is one thing that I'm not entirely clear on is, for example, does the Preacher possess an aspect? What exactly are the aspects? Oh, the Preacher does possess an aspect.
The Master aspect.
The Master aspect.
But that's beside the point.
So then I suppose there are 6.
Calcivier, you were selected as part of a project. Specifically, it's called Project Faith. I don't know the details of it. I just know that it was created by Capcree and the Conclave, and they tried oh so hard to keep it out of my hands, but I have my ways.
That I suppose you do. So then the Conclave and Capcree have been working together for some time, you say?
Yes, they selected this group, knowing full well that you had the capability of fighting us, and they pitted you against us. Cleverly, bit by bit, they forced us to clash. I wasn't even aware of it until recently. Of course it would make sense then, why Fim was pushed to fight you so often, why Irene was defeated. All of this was part of their machination. They want us to fight, Calcivier.
The Conclave has an interest in our combat.
That is correct.
The secret
and you
that you've
specifically have been selected by Azriel Sarum Haliste. As for myself, I was selected by Celis.
And how did you come into possession of this knowledge? Not your ways, but how can you be sure of the veracity?
Well, I have my ways into the Conclave itself. I'm sure you're aware that I have managed to convince Celis to take me on board. And I'm sure that you're also aware that anyone who makes a deal with me is beholden to my words. Bit by bit, I worm my way in until they're my puppet. I have no intention of making you a puppet, Calcivier. I'll be frank, I won't be making any deal with you. I just want to talk. Project Faith has you fighting the aspects, because when you fight the aspects, people have hope. The more that this goes on, the more the conflict blows out of control, the more people get involved in this war, the more people go to Shadepool. Whether you win or I win does not matter, so long as in the end those caught up in the crossfire are brought here. And in the end, who profits from this? As the shade miasma grows, every little source of this, every entrance of this, when Shade Pool intersects the material plane, who is the one that will be selling the cure? And when all society breaks apart, who will be there to promise them hope, of security, of the old tradition? Capri and the Conclave have much to gain from this, no?
I mean, I begin to see your point.
Now, if our, how you say, sponsors wish so badly to have us fight, is not the only source of defense, of resistance, to break apart and seek our own ends? Or do you wish to play into their game, Calsevier? After all, they're the ones that cursed you. But I'm the one who knows how to break your curse.
They are the ones... That can't be correct. No, I don't believe anything that you say, I think.
Well, believe what you will. But let me tell you one thing. There is a man by the name Hero is my friend. Well,
The curious
bye-bye.
name.
And he closes the door and heads on to the final prisoner.
What a bizarre behavior. I wonder what they've done with the real Jokwrob.
Hello,
I
Genesis.
gotta, I put the splinter in my pocket real quick. Yeah. Hello. You need something?
I am counting on you, above all else. I want you to look at Calsevier and Happy very carefully.
Right.
The moment...
I'm doing anything illegal?
No. The moment that they look like they are deep in thought, I need you to hit them. Don't give them any time to think. Come up with an excuse. If I find out you told them that I gave you this order, I will have you placed on boot duty for the rest of your life. Do I make myself clear?
I'm not exactly good at telling what someone's thinking, but I guess I'll try.
Good. And Jokwrob steps out, creates stairs, walks out, and once the stairs reform into a floor flush with everything else, all of the bars turn from solid sheets of metal into bars again. And you are now able to hear the outside world, and only now are you aware of how deafening silence can truly be. Everyone, let's go for a 5-minute break.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Cal has already been well aware of deafening silence, since, again, they've been in prison.
Rip. And tortured.
And there was a silence spell, and it sucked.
Blind and silenced. Yeah.
Yeah, this arc is like a fucking walk in the park, man. This is chill.
Except
I feel
for the
like
fact that
Hershey or
the
whatever
outside world is rapidly speeding past. We're gonna get out of this arc, and it's gonna be like fucking years that passed. How bad do you think Slate Pool is gonna be? Alright, 5-minute break.
Well, I mean, we've only been in here for a couple hours.
Well, it's since Horizon came in, it's been a day at least. It's been 4 days in
Really?
Yeah.
Well, no, isn't this the same day we got here?
The people no, because they flew like all day into the night. They slept on the dragon, then got there. Then you were held for hours and etc. I'd say it's probably been a day. And then we just had a meal and then back. So I would say yeah, been at least a day.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of difficult to keep the fine difference between the two groups. Especially since the other group's gonna be going long distance traveling, and they'll be like, "Oh, we traveled for 4 days and very little time, real time."
Well, they're either gonna, like, jailbreak is gonna happen soon, probably not. Maybe if we can create some sort of diversion.
4 days of people.
Or there's
over
gonna be
2
long
weeks.
stretches of silence.
Well, I assumed we wouldn't actually be able to successfully get out until the other group started disabling shrines.
Yeah.
Because every shrine they took down would make it easier to break out of. But
Yeah. Alright,
Okay.
I'm gonna stand up 3 minutes late.
and the 4 days lines up with the travel time roughly to the shrine, the first one at least. So I think the two would coincide. They go through the jungle, they get there, they maybe solve the problem of the first temple. I keep calling it shrine, but it's temple. Which would break down one of the barriers. You get lock rates at the same time, which means we only have to deal with 2 of the negatives, not 3 of the negatives. And you can do the shark and get your gear. The problem is the other group, the non-jailbreak group, would then have to travel to the next shrine, which is 1 billion miles away.
Yeah.
Probably another like 2 weeks or some shit. Unless they can get there faster somehow.
I'm gonna try to quickly make a Herschel and Hero Forge.
So it might be jailbreak team does get out successfully, and then the 2 groups take down the 2 remaining temples at the same time roughly, and then everyone groups up and kills Jokwrob. I can see that working out. Oh, that'd be exciting. Everyone have 2 characters for the boss fight. Alternatively, the non-jailbreak team, I don't remember the name of the shipwreck team? They would not go to the temple and just go to Jokwrob's place. And then hope that, you know, everyone together would make up for the difference of the barriers.
Hi, we're back. Well, I'm back. I don't know if we're back.
Has it been 5 minutes?
It has been 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
just
a
about.
quick 5 minutes.
It means Pog missed all of our speculation on timelines between the 2 people.
I mean, I've definitely missed some stuff. I don't know what exactly I missed, but I definitely missed some stuff. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that sucks about leaving, and then you guys don't leave, and then you just have talks without me, and I have to go back. But yeah, as you know, that's what Jokwrob had to say. The real Jokwrob. For
Yeah.
months, I've just been laughing as you guys are like, "Oh, this guy's just a complete moron." Like, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure."
Yeah, he is a complete moron. We stand by that. And we'll doubly stand by that when we smash his face in.
Yeah, he's dumb.
See, that little bit of hesitation is what I'm loving here.
Not like you can trust exactly what he says. Although knowing you, he probably is telling 100% the truth. He's probably just omitting a very key information. Like, technically true, but the thing he's not saying.
The thing he's not saying is the problem. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. Why you don't make deals with him.
That's the difficult part of Jokwrob, man. You can't say for certain what he's omitting. It's easy, just don't get tricked.
Yeah. Don't get tricked, forehead. I am more concerned with what happens to Shadepool while, or not Shadepool, Slavepool while all this happens. That terrifies me way more than fucking Jokwrob. Passage of time.
What color rags is Herschel wearing? You said orange?
No,
Nope,
the
white.
Enforcer wears orange.
Enforcer wears orange, boots wear black.
So, wait, what was white then?
Surgeon,
What's
technically
white
a boot
then?
or not a boot?
The punished. The people in hell are the punished. Punished are above boots.
Hello, everybody. Nice 8-minute break.
But what does Herschel wear? Because he's not a boot, but he's not an Enforcer.
I think
He's a
white
punished, so he wears white.
Was
White.
said.
Oh.
Okay.
Is everybody back? Roll call.
Hello.
Isaac back? Genesis?
Who knows?
Mods?
Mods!
Mods? Is Happy back? Ms. Fizzle back?
The 5-minute break turns into a 10-minute break.
Apparently.
It is what it is.
Here.
Well, it's already been like
instead-
9 minutes, so.
All right, I've got a quick rough and dirty Herschel in Hero Forge.
Oh, right.
Here we go.
Oh, one more thing that I will say,
Oh,
by the
nice.
way, just to give you some time while you're here, Blix,
One more thing.
because you're here, which means I
Yeah.
can actually start work immediately. You are up next in Coliseum duty starting tomorrow.
So what does that entail?
That means
I'm
you get to pick some
fighting?
spells. You're fighting. Coliseum
Sweet.
duty.
Let's see what
I
this little
posted
wizard can do.
this. I spent 5 minutes making this in Hero Forge. It's roughly what he looks like.
Hello.
That
Welcome
seems
back.
like a cool tool.
Right.
Also, I sent a picture of my other token.
Nice.
Am I the last one back?
No.
If you get the chance, Pog, I sent you one that doesn't have to be squishified.
Okay. And
Same style.
I gotta change his belt. There's some kind of shiny metal on it, and that doesn't fit.
welcome to preparation for Coliseum, which you've all been given. The Rising members of Team Jailbreak are also going to be in the Coliseum. However, they're not going to be told of this. It's going to be sprung up on them.
Lol.
So I get my spell book. I get the
Yep.
grimoire.
You are being constantly monitored, 2 enforcers and 3 ghosts, but you are free to prepare spells.
All right.
Oh shit. Does that mean I'm free to infuse as well?
Yep.
Okay, then I guess I'm going to cancel the infusion on the splinter and infuse my armor again.
All right.
You can. It should stay infused. Like,
I-
it should still
yeah.
have your infusions on it.
I can't. I had the infusion on my armor, but I canceled it last night to put an infusion on a splinter.
Yeah, so
No.
because you can do every long rest, you can do one. So you can put that back onto it, and then all your other things, infusions don't go away unless you die. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah, so my shield's
you can
still
say,
infused.
yeah, you can say everything you had infused before you came here is as it is.
This is a jailbreak. This is not a jailbreak question. This is a shipwreck question. But
Okay.
how does Paladin spell preparation work?
Do they get all their spells?
Is
think
it
you
like
pick from
you
all their
prepare
spells.
them in the morning, basically?
Yeah,
let
you
me
prepare 'em in the morning, basically.
let me just double check, but I believe that Paladin is fairly spontaneous.
It says prepared to spells 0 out of 6, 27 known.
Okay, so let's. Oh, you actually have spells known for Paladin. Okay.
That's what it says.
No,
Is
the entire
27
spell
known.
Oh, really?
It's got a. I feel like 27 known is
think it's
probably
just
just all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
the
that
entire
sounds
spell
like
list
all
except
of
for
them.
cantrips.
Okay. Okay, so at the start you choose your prepared spells. I was confused as the wording of this was a bit weird.
What happens in the Coliseum generally? Like,
You
what should I be expecting?
So what happens is they bring things to fight, and some members of the army watch you fight and take notes. Basically, here's
I
what
thought we
you
were
do.
gonna actually beat up the members of that.
Sometimes you do. That's
Is it
another option.
one person at a time?
Usually it's like group battles, but sometimes it's one at a time as well. It depends on the situation. For the sake of not having only one person play, it will be group battles in the Coliseum, but just know that there's also solo combats that happen. So sometimes you're fighting the army, sometimes you're fighting a thing, and the army watches to see how you fight the thing. It really just depends on the situation.
Do we know what we're fighting?
Nope.
All right. Mhm.
This is gonna be bad because they're gonna start using our tactics against us later.
So who's fighting tomorrow?
This group is Team Jailbreak as a whole.
So all of us. All right.
Yep, you guys are fighting something. They won't say what, but they've given you this following tip, which is prepare to deal with a flying enemy.
Okay.
Wait
That's
a
huge
second, I don't
help.
care about that.
Actually. That is a huge help.
You're throwing javelins.
Well, at least I have my armor.
I've got a spell. It should be helpful. Let's see. What should I prepare? Or should I unprepare is more like it. Get rid of that. Let's add that.
Oh, I got a plan.
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry, but the internet was on the fritz.
All right, so everyone, you are being selected for Coliseum duty, though you don't know it, so get ready to fight.
Give me like 2 more minutes
Okay.
just to look at these spells.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so didn't hold people up, I guess.
Maybe I don't want to prepare that.
Mm.
Is it like one battle or is it a series of battles?
This time it's one battle. You've been told that this will be one battle
Nice.
against a particularly difficult foe.
Nice.
Okay.
Herschel took his 20.
Herschel's a pretty good character.
Herschel was great. I was like, I'm gonna just play a real fucking down on his luck guy.
Literally anything as an improvement.
But he's probably contributing no power to Shade Pool because he has no despair.
He just picks up whatever you throw at him.
Jokwrob believes everybody has an angle, and this guy does not have an angle, and Jokwrob fundamentally cannot fathom what to do about this.
Wait until you guys find out why I'm in Shade Pool. Just wait. Look forward to that. Be ready to cry because it is so tragic.
All right, is
Stubbed
everybody
your baby
ready?
toe and fell in.
I'm ready. I am very ready. I want to fight things.
It's just one enemy.
You've been told it's just one enemy, but this one will be difficult, and they're very much looking forward to like a solution.
Hmm.
I probably don't want to prepare that. Then,
This is like
but I
fucking war
will
games, but
prepare.
real. Just actually have you do it instead of pretending.
Oh yeah, I'll actually move an infusion. I'm gonna change my armor's infusion anyways. Cool. I know what I'm doing.
All right, I think I'm ready.
You are woken up on the dawn of the second day to a loud bell ringing. Up, up! Everybody, it's time to get up!
Good morning, Jokwrob.
Jokwrob is like dragging you by the scruff of your collar, actually up to the floor, up in heaven, where everyone else is.
Thank you.
Afros,
This is great.
I'd imagine he'd let you walk because you're an enforcer. You've earned the right to walk around.
Fun.
This is wonderful, this kind of treatment.
Wait, you
Oh,
can't infuse a magical item?
One thing that I will
It
note
has to
about
be
this,
non-magical.
Jokwrob, as he's going around, he's like looking around. He picks you guys out. He thinks about adding Whisker, changes his mind, goes all the way up. And you guys get to go back in heaven for the first time in a... Well, Herschel's never been in heaven, but I imagine you've been to heaven before.
I've been up here to clean.
Yeah, but you've never been in heaven. But I imagine,
Oh,
like,
no,
Afros...
absolutely not.
Afros, you've probably been to heaven once or twice.
Probably.
Yeah, so here you go. Welcome to heaven. Jokwrob's ringing the bell. Everybody, wake up! It is time for morning sport! Coral's like, oh, can I join? I'd love to join. No! Genesis and the newbies, come on out. You will be given your weapons and allowed to fight. We have a particularly annoying enemy, and we would like to determine what the best tactics against it are. So, we'll be having you fight.
I live for this. I look forward to it every day. It's what keeps me going.
Pog, what's the limitations on... I just found out that half my infusions don't work because I have magical armor, so I just like can't use most of my infusions.
Well, you can infuse a shield, a weapon, and you're an
I'm trying
armorer,
to
right?
infuse. I'm trying to infuse a mind sharpener, and when I choose an item, it says a suit of armor or robes, so I can't like use this at all.
You're an armorer.
You can have robes. You can have
Yeah.
robes on top of your armor, right? Like
Yeah,
more.
you've got your armor, and I believe the armorer is unique in that you can enchant parts of it. Like you can enchant a left gauntlet, a right gauntlet.
Yeah.
You know.
I can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the whole armor is magical. Is the problem?
You got
This is
plus one.
like-
armor.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a problem. You cannot infuse magic items.
Fuck.
You can just change that real quick. Can you?
You want to just change it? Get yourself a +1 greatsword.
No, I
Okay.
don't use swords. Is the thing. I'm an unarmed fighter, so I'm just gonna throw the sword away.
Okay.
Yeah, a sword is not like... It's just something given out to hit people with.
Oh shit! So you were holding back when you were hitting us with the great sword. That's spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, be glad my guy doesn't have the great sword. Got great
Okay,
weapon
I guess I
master.
have to change my infusions because a lot of these I can't use at all. Fuck! I have to change all of my infusions. Sorry. Give
No
me a
worries.
minute.
So,
You made the
Hey.
character and you didn't pick your infusions before?
No,
I
he
mean, I
did.
picked
It's
my
just
infusions. It's just I didn't know that the restrictions on them. They're like just so restricted.
Well, how did you pick them if they couldn't?
Because you
Yeah,
know
you pick
infusions
them
is different
before
from
you
infusing
apply
something.
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, I
We'll
see.
take some time.
Yeah, when you-
Okay,
Jokwrob
so-
is pulling everyone out here.
So I can't put Mind Sharpener on a ring. I can't put Weapon on my gauntlet. Fucking hell.
Here's what I'd be thinking. Lances should be finesse.
Hmm.
Ooh, interesting. Disagree, but interesting. It's interesting that you think this bad idea.
yeah.
Have you used the
They
lance?
seem
Not about
honestly
holding.
lances seem like the least finesse weapon.
It's not, but it's like using the lance properly isn't about your strength.
Right, it's
just
like
your posture.
positioning it. You're positioning it while you're jousting, right? Like you're turning it a little bit the right angle to hit the guy. I don't know.
But they're heavy. You do have to hold.
Exactly,
they're
they
hard
are
to hold up.
heavy. Yeah, that's another thing. They are heavy though,
Like you-
right? Like it takes strength to
You
turn
know what
it.
else is fucking heavy? The draw strength of a goddamn bow.
Yeah, well, bows should have been
Yeah,
strength.
we've already had this argument.
Well, like consider this. I mean, you've got the handle, and then the rest of the weapon in front of it. So simply putting enough torque on your wrist to get it level
Your
takes a lot
Exactly.
of strength.
Well, in reality, it takes both, right? Dexterity and strength. But D&D, we can only pick one. Strength seems to apply. I don't know. The best.
Can everybody raise their hand if they've used a lance?
I'm raising my hand.
I've watched
Cool.
plenty of videos of people using lenses.
Oh, you've used a lance? Nice.
Just
All right.
once at a
As-
Ren fair.
As you are all brought out, Jokwrob starts walking down to the Coliseum. He lets go of Herschel now. So, everyone, it has come to my attention that the Conclave has found a way to control angels and are now using them in the cities of Shadepool. Thankfully, my operatives were able to capture one of them and defeat it in my name, so it has ended up here. And after a brief little diversionary, I was able to capture it. That's why I was gone that day. We are going to need to prepare anti-angel tactics for the future.
Have you tried hitting the angel very hard? Or I said in totally wrong voice.
Yeah.
Venari's here.
Oh shit. Where'd you come from?
So, everyone, this is going to be more difficult than I imagine you are thinking. Good luck. If you all die, I will have you resurrected.
Oh, so there's like no downside, huh?
What if only a few of us die?
I
What
will
if
have you
I die?
resurrected.
It's really not so bad.
Or you won't die.
No, Herschel.
Is there some
I
kind
have
of
the
limit on how many
aspect.
times you can resurrect?
Well, yes, resurrection is a difficult process, and I can't guarantee you'll be resurrected, so try not to die. But Coral is our best cleric, and I have the utmost faith in your abilities. Isn't that right, Coral? Coral's just beaming.
Yeah.
You'll do anything
Yes.
to oppress Jokwrob, right, Coral? Even if it involves reviving all of us?
Coral is a wonderful man. Loyalty is his strongest trait.
Reviving is a piece of cake for someone such as I.
Especially if it's in the service of Jokwrob.
Absolutely, you speak the truth.
If you look past his appearance, he's quite a kind man.
I'm gonna go off in the corner as much as I can, and I'm gonna poke my stomach, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Sereth, do you happen to have any anti-angel tech you might want to share with me right now? Because this would be a great opportunity."
Oh my god, that's a really good... Okay, go ahead. Give me just a raw luck check to see here how much that Sareth would know. That's pretty good. So I think when you see the angel, Sereth will tell you these things. The first, don't bother trying to charm these angels. It won't work. They're also like completely immune to fear. They know no fear. They only know the truth, or so they think. They also recommend that you don't use radiant or necrotic damage, as they have immunity to both of these. And finally, Sereth would let you know, bring them to the ground. They are much faster in the air, so if you can clip their wings in any way, you'll be able to deal with them much more easily. So these are the things Sereth would tell you. There's additional things to this thing that you must know, but these are the things Sereth would know.
I relay this information to my party, since I've previously worked against demonic forces, and these are some of the weaknesses that I've been able to cover on the part of my allies.
Of course, I have a plan to bring it to the ground.
Well, let's go. Let's see how well your plans work. I will be watching, as always. And Jokwrob teleports away, leaving you guys in the room over here.
All right. As we're going there, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
You're given about 5 minutes to prepare, during which you can hear from the other side, Jokwrob is excitedly shouting to everyone, just hyping them up for this match, telling them things are going to be exceptional, that he's going to find the truth here, he's going to show them how they can defeat these angels, etc.
Hey, Paul,
Yeah.
can you flip my token horizontally, please? Thank you.
Okay, so for the record, the
Oh.
whole time that we've been in this session, I've just seen the hex map. I just refreshed, and now the map seems to be working.
You're rotated 100.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, you can't rotate it because when you try to click it, it thank you, Paul. The freaking thing covers it, the little circle.
Huh? Oh, you just have the zoom. That's all.
That makes sense. It'll be in the same position
Yeah.
then, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then you see the other guy steps forward, and his voice is much more annoying. Everybody, I've got the best of news! That these new people coming in, so apparently they are the ones that have defeated Irene! And the crowd just goes wild.
You guys
Just
know
shouting,
who Irene is?
Carl! Carl! Carl!
Karul.
What you guys know is Carl is an owl cockra, which is an owl Aarakocra. Carl is the number 2 to Coral's number 1, but unlike the others, Carl is exceptionally good at exciting people.
He the prosthetics guy?
Now that's a different, but there are many owl cockras. So Carl here, Carl Vidya, by the way, is his name. What you know is that Carl is basically
you
is
ping something, but we can't actually see it.
No, you don't know. I'm just saying, you guys, Aphros, Genesis, Herschel. Carl is the one who works out all of these things with the army, basically. He's a prisoner only insofar as he chooses to be, whereas Coral's actually in jail. Carl doesn't want to be part of the army. Instead, he is the other guy in the Coliseum. You would also know Irene, because Irene has showed up to the Coliseum before and just slaughtered fucking everyone. No one has ever beaten Irene. Everyone hates Irene.
I hate that girl.
Fuck Irene. All my homies hate Irene. Irene is the undefeated champion. So, for you guys to have beaten Irene instantly makes everyone love you. And now, let the games begin! And the crowd just goes wild. The doors open up. You guys are free to go out and make your grand entrance in the stage.
Okay.
In turn order or out of turn?
The energy here.
You can see there is an angel that's beneath You see there's the grate where the angel's like in chains and is going to be brought up. You guys are given the ability to move around in the battlefield as you see fit. Carl and Jokwrob are sitting above in like this booth here, just kind of watching. These are pillars.
What are the... Okay, so those are pillars. What are the walls? Is there any way to get elevation?
There's no real way to get elevation. The walls are completely sheer.
Okay. All right.
There are pillars. The pillars go up for no particular reason, as there's no roof. When you look above, you can see there's a beautiful night sky, despite it being morning, and also despite it being underground, because any sort of logical coherence is nonsense in this world.
Also, do we have all of our equipment? Do we have...
Yep, you have all of your equipment.
Okay.
You're ready to fight.
I'm so glad that I don't have to redo my macros.
What's the lighting like in this area?
The lighting is dim. It's like...
Ooh.
Oh no, why did I say that?
Oh!
Because, as I mentioned before, it's perpetual night. Jokwrob stepped up. Everybody, the goal of this will be to see if we are able to beat the Conclave's Angel Vanguard, which they will be using on the city of Slaypool very soon. Look forward to it. Lads and ladies, and all else in between, we have no reason to fear, as we will not be out in the city anytime soon. But in the future, we will have to go out and make our plans, and when it comes time to, follow their lead to see how they take down this angel.
We could either fail horribly or do the most impractical way possible so that they don't want to copy it.
Let's do our best, team. This is quite fun.
Oh my god, I'm fucking bugged out and I can't fuse anything now.
Everybody, let's all roll initiative.
Before like the combat starts, would I have enough time to climb to the top of the pillar to stand on top of it?
If you want, yeah. The pillars stand, they stand 15 feet tall.
Can Cal also roll a performance check and like wave at the crowd and just
oh yeah, absolutely.
Scream and shit?
Ooh.
Wow, Defender's here, huh?
I was hoping to go sooner than the last.
Alright, so they're doing like a bunch of formal shenanigans that don't make any sense. They're like bowing and it's completely out of tune.
Could I have also like rolled a stealth at the top of the pillar?
How do you...
But it's dim light.
Oh. Yeah, because you've got Skulker.
Yeah.
Hopefully Pog didn't die again.
Pog has claimed that there was a power outage, so they did in fact die.
Huh.
Power outage? Oh no.
He's still technically in the Discord call, but that doesn't really mean anything.
I think the Discord does that. Like if you were to turn off your computer, you stay there for a few seconds.
My character just doesn't work now. And it's not going to work. And I find that
You've got some time to fix it now.
All right.
The core idea is broken and it's never going to be fixed.
We'd like to do a shout out to Forgotten Adventures.
And, wait, is armor actually scuffed?
Blex, you want to do a shout out to somebody?
My whole character idea is based around buffing the armor, and you can only buff things once, and you also can't buff magical items.
Blex, do a shout out to somebody.
And buff magical items. That's interesting.
So like, armor has like a fist feature. So I was gonna like enhance the weapon of the fist.
Back.
And I was also going to do like a...
Too late, we have the title episode. Quick.
Shout out.
Quick, end it before Paul comes back.
Our sponsor, Disney Plus, and their series Loki.
Wow.
Which is legitimately one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
Based.
Of any genre.
Didn't we basically shout that out last week, though?
One of the best TV shows you've ever seen is Loki? Really?
Loki. Yeah, it's really fucking good.
So what makes it good? Because I've heard that it's good, but like I don't want to pay for Google Plus. So to figure out where I can pirate it, I gotta go.
It hits themes of existential dread that I feel a lot and are not addressed enough in entertainment.
Interesting. So how when you say existential dread, is it like I have no mouth and I must scream?
That was a good book.
I really
It's
don't
short.
want to say.
It's a
I
short story.
don't want to spoil anything, but it really meets these, like, it's not a show that could have been made, back when we all had to fit, Christian kind of morals stuff, because it offers like alternate explanations for, the creation of everything and free will and all this stuff. It's the same reason I really like lore of fantasy series, is finding like the creation myth and stuff like that.
Cool. Does it go over the creation myth for MCU?
Not exactly, but honestly, I'm not going to say any more because it all gets revealed in the last episode.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
And I loved it. I loved it so much.
I'm glad you left it.
Any ideas for the title of the episode while we wait for Pug?
Title of the episode is going to be
We
Loki
can't figure out
and
the
things
title until we get the cool thing that happens.
You should try and include like his power outage in the title somehow.
The title.
Yeah.
Power's out, but Herschel's fine with it.
Herschel's.
He's used to it.
Everything's turning up Herschel.
What's that one? What's
Herschel
that
in the
one
middle.
game called with the cauldron and the hammer, and you're trying to getting over it? I
Yeah.
think the title of the show should be
Getting over
it.
it with Herschel. Getting over it with Herschel. What's the last name again? Dang, I forgot already.
Bomb
How
Master
do you spell
Monroe.
Herschel? Yeah.
Herschel Monroe. Getting over it with
That's what I
Herschel
wrote on
Monroe.
screen,
something.
yeah.
Herschel would love getting over it.
Oh yeah, we should do his full name. Herschel, what's
Yeah.
your last name?
Remember, everyone, no sharing secrets. Nagroxon will be mad at you if you share secrets with each other.
Getting over it with Herschel Monroe.
Okay, oh, my gauntlet counts as a simple melee weapon, so maybe it doesn't count as a magic weapon, and maybe I can infuse the gauntlet anyways.
Yeah,
Right.
you can infuse parts of your armor.
I don't know how that works with magical armor. It seems like they just didn't think that anyone would ever buy magic armor.
Yeah, because you're kind of expected to put that infusion on yourself. Like you could get rid of the magic armor, use +1 defense to get the effect.
I'm using it on my
back.
shield. So I can't put it on my armor and my shield. So if I get rid of the +1 armor, then my AC is just 1 lower.
It's still like what, 23?
Yeah.
Oh no, only 23. Whatever will you do?
Well, the point is to be a tank, and the AC is the only stat of mine that's good. So, like, all my attacks give disadvantage to
23
attacking
is
anyone else.
still really good.
Yeah, 23.
Mine's just
Wild.
18 with full plate. Yeah.
I don't think the Angel's
mean-
gonna be like one of Pog's fuck you characters with like +13 to hit. Even then, right? You need to roll a 10. 50%
Hero-
chance. It's really good.
Hero is still like 2 AC lower than that when they're how do you say, equipped for defense, but 23 seems like a much better number than 21.
21 like Savage.
It's not like 10% of things now miss. It's like 30% of things that would hit now miss.
Nice. I like Hero. Hero is my friend.
Herschel's ready to kick
You don't
some
even-
ass.
Hero hasn't even done anything yet. How do you like Hero?
I don't know. I just know he's my friend. Hero is my friend.
Hero is my friend. I mean, I enjoy having come up with the silly name for them, and like I know why I did that and stuff like that. So like I'm hyped, but I don't know why anybody else
I
is
mean,
hyped.
my guy's named
Um,
Afros because he has an afro, so you know. It's...
Yeah, that was good. I saw it. You look like a Jo. You look like a JoJo's
Is that,
character.
is that Bobo?
Yeah, it is. I just looked up
I
characters with
only-
blonde afros, and it was like, all right, he matches.
I only know that show because it was on Toonami. I never watched it,
Me either.
but I
Why
always
is it-
remember them saying.
Why is it
"Up
blonde, by the
Axis
way?
Go."
Is there a lore reason why it's blonde? Are they
God.
from? Do they have a particular nationality in the universe?
In
What?
Bustan, I don't know, but
We're talking about afro. We're talking about afros. Afro.
Okay, Og, which nationality can have a blonde afro in Bustan?
I don't know.
Getting super
Okay.
granular.
That's very
Maybe it's a
specific.
wig.
What?
well, that's what Afros
Where
has.
is Afros from? Because I mean, it's not really
Where is
anywhere, right?
Could be anywhere. Huh?
I don't know. He's from Bronze Gauntlet, so yeah. Actually, he's got. He could have come from the Fae.
based?
Wow.
He is fate touched. That's true.
He's Fae touched in some way.
Happy, what you got a 23 to initiative?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, can I hide? Can I hide on top of this pillar?
You can certainly try, because
Mhm.
technically it is dim light, so you can skulk.
Feels good, man. I'll do that real quick. There you go. No.
God, I'm so used to Pathfinder, where I'd have plus 25 to stealth.
Okay.
Do our
Well-
new characters have any form of inspiration?
You would have the same inspiration that everyone has available to them. Plus, you would have episode inspiration.
Ooh.
Oh.
Would they be well rested?
Nope.
Our new character.
Nope. No way.
There's no way anywhere here is well rested, but let's,
Genesis, maybe Genesis. Genesis was in heaven. You never know.
let's see if this guy notices you.
Oh, he is an angel. After all.
You are
my
seen.
God.
So,
Ooh.
the Rising versus the Conclavist Angel.
You mean
Turn
Team
one.
Jailbreak.
Angel.
Hey.
So the angel is going to start by attacking Calcivir here.
Ooh, this is cool. I like this because I'm using my shield, so I have
Sounds
higher
cool.
AC than. Oh, I don't like this anymore.
Oh. See, now I'm glad I have 24 AC.
Oh.
Okay, so first attack, the 68 is necrotic. The rest is
Necrotic
slashing.
elemental.
Yes. That's correct. The angel takes out the scythe, which is couched in like dark energy.
Cast absorb elements.
Doesn't work out.
I will purge the unclean. 36 damage onto Cal. You good?
Well, for some reason, Kala is still listed in my character sheet as missing half of their, like, over half of their health, but I feel like that
Could be at
has
full.
to be negated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm good. Let me
You
tell
should
you
just
what
hit
my
long rest
number is.
before instead.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I rolled the damage first. Maybe it misses.
Oh, you can do it again.
16. That's a miss.
I had a question about necrotic damage. Is that a custom type? That's in just the base game, right? Like that's just in 5th edition.
That's base game, yeah.
All right, so I cannot use, I believe, the thing that makes me take less damage.
Yeah, it's the
as
same
Jokwrob.
as Radiant as well. Radiant, Force, and Necrotic are not included by that, as well as, I believe, no, Thunder's included. Interesting.
Poison
Okay.
is not, which is weird because I looked it up the other day and it said poison was elemental.
All right, Happy, the angel is up and out there.
All right.
We have no healers, Smile.
I'm going to chuck my light shard at Big Angel
All right.
in the chat.
Is Angel on the ground?
No, the angel's been released.
How high
It's
up is
standing right now, but it's not flying.
Oh, it's on the ground.
Yeah, fair. It's not prone, I guess.
Oh,
13 is a miss. You chuck it at the angel, but the angel flaps its wing and deflects it.
All right. So standing jump, so it'll be half my normal jump. So strength score plus dex mod. 13, 17. Okay, I can make that jump. So I'm gonna leap across onto the wall here.
What? Yo.
Sleeve.
And then I have 20 feet of climb speed, so I'm just gonna climb. I'll just move out to here, 20 feet there. And I'll bonus action to stealth again.
All right, go ahead.
Plus 10. 26, like 7.
This time the angel doesn't see you as it kind of turns to look to see where you threw it from. At this point, you've already moved and you're just clutching yourself against the wall, dipped in shadows in such a way that you're just barely obscured. Genesis.
I cast Compelled Duel. It has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Is this a charm effect?
No, it is not.
Oh my god, no it isn't. Okay, let's see if this works. 19.
Fuck. Okay, it works. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
All right.
Can you? What kind of action is it?
Fucking.
You have multiple attack?
I don't have multiple attacks. I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
15. Does that hit?
15 is not enough to hit the angel. The angel kind of reflects this attack. You punch it successfully, but you just see its skin is just very hard.
I thought that would give it the text.
Unclean. Weak. It turns to you, Aphros.
Oh, the bonus action.
Oh, there's all
Alright.
my resources.
What do you want, little man?
It's just staring you down to see what you'll do.
That's my turn. Ooh, I'm going to flank it and hit it with a greatsword.
Okay.
Oh my god, it has a plus 10. It has to roll a 3 to fail. My spells just don't work against it.
And
22
I
will
didn't
hit.
fucking do great.
Was that a
Master.
wisdom save
Was
that
that
it had plus 10 to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 damage, and I'm gonna add a superiority die to trip it,
Ooh.
or try to trip it, I should say.
All right.
Does it fall into the hole when you
So it
trips
takes another 5 damage. You can make a DC 15 strength check, not be tripped.
Fails. Prone.
All right, my second attack. I'm gonna hit it again with a
What
great
check was that?
strength.
That's a strength check.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn this
With
music down.
flanking, that's a 21.
All right.
Oh wait, what does prone do? I didn't even check. Is it just advantage?
You have advantage to hit it.
Okay, I can just roll again.
Maybe get a 20. Who knows?
Mine. Plus 8 plus flanking.
No. All right.
Uh,
Success.
Then I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
I'm going to do Great Weapon Master this time. I'll take a -5 and do plus 10 damage if I hit. So I do 2d20, keep highest 1.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Right, so then my damage is 2d6 plus 5 plus 10. 20 damage?
Nice.
That
My
hits.
second attack? 17 to hit?
17 does not hit.
Okay.
The first attack, you bring it down on the angel after it's been tripped, This time you hold it with both hands and you go in slower, but with all the strength you can muster, putting like the entire weight of your body into it. You stab down into the angel and just feathers come flying out instead of blood. But the second one, however, the angel's able to just weakly pull up the sword to just barely deflect this out of the way. This scythe rather than the sword. My apologies. Calsevere, you've been hit a few times, but the angel is now on the ground. You have flanking set up from Afros. What do you want to do?
Hit a few times, wasn't I only hit once? If that's not true, then I might just be down.
The second one missed. The second one missed, but I mean, once, few times. Who's counting? Clearly not me.
Herschel counts.
I am going to see if this macro still works. Do I have advantage? Probably
You
not.
do.
What? Oh,
Prone.
You do,
cancel
because
this.
it's prone.
Prone. I love prone enemies. Okay, so this, I don't have bless. I have a bonus action. Do I Hunter's Mark? What are my other options right now? I can heal myself. Healing myself seems like it might be good, so I don't just die.
Oh, yeah,
You guys said you had no healers, but you had Calsevere the whole time.
That's second wind. I also have that.
I have second wind. That's it. Though. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna fucking. Okay, bonus action, 1d10 plus 2. It probably would keep me up, and it probably is a good idea. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to use... Oh, wait, I have to tap this way. I'm not going to use Mark. 24, that's that hit?
That is going to hit.
Plus 3 strength. Does the flail do anything else? Is that all that I do? 7 damage? Why am I even using this weapon? Wow.
It gets like an extra die, doesn't it?
Once per turn. Oh, additional damage die with an attack.
Yep.
Okay, 10 damage, and then I'll do it again. Advantage is
Okay.
yes. Bless is no. Oh man, I should have used my mark. Okay. I
17
did 22 damage. Oh, unless it misses.
17 just misses, as we've established. Have you... Wait, you didn't add the flanking, so that hits. Great success.
So they have either 18 or 19 AC. Very cool.
All right, Herschel, this angel is down. Wait, Kelsey, you want to do something with bonus?
Oh yeah, I wanted to use my... Actually, no, there's 2 things that I wanted to do still. One of them is this. Is that going to give me my plus 2? It did give me my plus 2. Alright, I am no longer bloodied. And then I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
Everyone using all the resources.
I mean, that's
That does not
prone.
look
It
good
might not
for me.
happen again. So.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is I would like to use this when I have Hunter's Mark, but I would rather actually just hit them. Once per turn, right? For the flail? Once per turn. Okay. Instead of 22 damage, I believe I've dealt 30. And that is my turn.
All right, now it's Herschel's turn.
Time to bring out the big gun. And I'll step aside from the pillar, and I'm going to cast Earthbind on it.
Keep it down.
DC 16 Strength saving throw.
Okay.
It's got like a +3 to this.
It is going to activate its resistance as best as it can to this spell here, but will it be enough? 15. Does 15
Fail! No,
It
it's a 16.
fails. The dragon, or not the dragon, the angel is completely strackled to the ground, unable to move at this point here. Its wings are just stuck, and it's trying very hard, but you can see like these magical glyphs are creating these strands of light around its wings, just pulling it to the ground.
And then I'm going to step back behind the
Fine
pillar.
favors is 0.
Yeah, it can still walk around. It just cannot fly.
Right.
Its wings are now like completely stuck to its side, and the angel looks really annoyed by this. Very annoyed. But nonetheless, it claps its hands together, and its its angelic halo around it begins to glow. All of you, with the exception of Happy, I think Herschel is just in range for this. Yes. So it's going to target like right here. It's going to move like right here, and then everyone except Happy, I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving
Not
throw.
provoke because he's leaving her.
I think it's from Cal.
Yeah, I think you would be able to hit it. So this would be provoke.
Oh, do I get a hit again?
Wisdom saving throw.
How do I? Oh, I go back to this one. It is. Just tabbed between my character
Nope,
sheet.
I'm in.
It's I don't have advantage on this, right?
Right. It stood up and it's moving.
All right,
Nope.
Wisdom save.
Oh, look at how cool this token is, everyone. Look, the shadows over Genesis token. Nope.
That's pretty cool.
We're making wisdom saves?
Yep.
Ah.
So we need Genesis and Aphros. Nope, Aphros. Come on, Genesis.
11.
Okay, all of you are now charmed by the angel.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
That means you no longer want to attack the angel.
Can't attack the charmer. The charmer has advantage on the ability checks to interact socially with it.
All right,
wow,
I got a
notified
big
you
stretch here, but again, specifically angels as an enemy, this may never come up again, so I want to raise this idea. Do I get an advantage on my wisdom save because of Seraph to avoid being charmed because he fucking hates angels?
No, but what else?
Dang. All right.
No, I don't think that. I don't think there's anything to support that. But I think that's a really good idea.
All right. Thank you for the appreciation. I'll take the moral victory. The evil moral victory.
All right, Happy. What do you want to do?
All right. Can I do a running long jump while climbing?
What? Sure.
Okay.
Have a climb speed, yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay, cool. Because then that's the only way I can make that jump from there. But and just for clarification, what was the range on my light chart again? 40 feet? Or
Yeah, it should be 40, right?
okay, cool. That makes sense. Yeah, it's just not written. I should write it down. Okay, I'll write that down now. But so I'm going to climb out to here for 20 feet of movement. So here, and then I'm going to jump 36. This is fine. Just a touch and hang on to the edge of the pillar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 36. Actually, I can even go further. I have 37. That's fine though. So I'll do that. So I'm gonna run across, jump onto the pillar there, and in midair while I'm jumping, I guess I'll throw my light shard.
All right.
So that should be in range. I'll double check though. Yep. And would I have the benefit of being stealth from before at this point,
You
or
do.
no? Okay, cool. Oh,
Crit.
That hits.
all right. So my weapon dice I just get the max for that, right? And then the sneak attack gets doubled, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's the dice you roll.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my sneak attack dice. Where is it on my sheet? Oh, there you go, 46. Okay, so
A lot of damage.
I'm hanging on to the edge of this pillar here, and I'm going to roll stealth again if it's still dim light.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you might see that though. You used to roll 13, I think, or 12 even, I think. Okay,
Does not see it. However, as this light shard comes towards, you can see the angel's being repels the light shard. It is not fully affected by this attack, though it is bloodied.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does make sense.
Cal did tell you about this. Genesis, you're up.
All right. I will say in Celestial, Jokwrob is right there. Why don't you kill him instead of us, and that way we can all leave.
The angel will respond in Celestial because there are more enemies here than there are allies. I will stay until this place is purged by my blade.
Well, I can't do anything, so I guess I will get in position for a flank. Which I think may not count.
Do you not have like any buff spells you can use on yourself?
No.
I see.
I'm pretty sure this character completely neutralizes mine. I mean, I could cast Shield of Faith, but that's not super useful. Because it's concentration.
Okay. Aphros?
Do I get a save at the end of my turn to resist?
Yeah, how long does this last?
You don't get a save, however, it will last for a while until a certain thing happens to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at Jokwrob.
Okay, go ahead and try.
Alright. Let me double check. Of the fighting style. Plus the damage. So plus 7 to hit. The 25 hit Jokwrob.
It does?
1d6 plus 6. Yeah. I'm gonna attack him again. The second javelin.
Okay.
17?
17 does not hit Jokwrob.
Okay.
Jokwrob gets glanced by this and it nicks his chin a little bit. This does, of course, half damage. Actually, please roll again to hit Jokwrob. 17 doesn't hit, so you have another attack. The first one misses, sorry. All your attacks against him have disadvantage.
Lowest one. Alright, they both miss.
They both miss. Your movements are actually quite sluggish here, and he steps to the side of one. It looks like it's about to hit, but he just avoids it. And with the second one, he puts his hand up, and it just gets repelled. You can see the aspect comes out of him.
Yeah.
Aphros, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Con save.
Yeah, this is a reaction. Wait, is it con? No, I think it's dexterity.
Oh, jeez. Fail this. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, this is dexterity. Wow, you super fail this.
We did.
Well, alright.
I mean, I couldn't attack the angel, so I was gonna see what happens.
Okay.
You
You take double of this.
Oh. 30. No. Yeah.
Okay, a bolt of lightning comes from the heaven and strikes you. This is, of course, lightning damage. Now. Enemies over there, not at me. Of course, not like I'm threatened by your meaningless gestures of resistance. Aphros, you have been demoted. You are no longer my enforcer.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
I
That's
mean, I
rough,
promised the other guy
man.
I would get demoted, so. Learn information? I had nothing else to do that turn.
Alright, Cal.
Can I spend actions as bonus actions? Like, can I cast a spell that's a bonus action and also, I don't know. What even do I have as a bonus
Yours was
action?
really low.
I guess
on
it
the
doesn't really matter.
damage.
What spells? I don't really have anything else to do, so I'm gonna take off my shield and run over here and get out my longbow. I think it's an action to take off a shield. It's not like a minute, it's an action. So that's what I'm gonna spend my action on this turn.
Okay.
Is I'm gonna take off the shield, and I don't exactly know how this works. I might have to process through this verbally. I have 2 items in my hands, and I think that I just drop them and I draw the longbow.
Sure.
But next turn I'll have an object interaction, so I think that I can object interaction put away the flail this turn, and then I'm not wielding anything.
Okay.
Or no, yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, I'm putting away the flail, and I'll be dropping the shield pretty soon.
Cool.
But I take it off, and there you go.
All right. Herschel, you are still charmed by this being.
All right, I will cast Mirror Image. It's not a harmful effect against it.
Mm-hmm. Legal.
And move 30 feet.
Oh, big bro, I'm on your side.
Can I go under this,
Yep.
or is that...
You can go under it.
And that's my turn.
Okay. The angel is going to, on all the charmed creatures except Calcivir, who is too far, the angel is going to take a look at all of them.
Take a look.
And
You like what you see?
the angel's thinking. So the first thing that the angel is going to do is it's going to recognize the immediate threat posed by the archer. Calcivir, please make a charisma saving throw. Out of the angel's halo suddenly turns into chains and flies towards you. As it restrains your body, it burns into your flesh, kind of, and you have sort of temporary tattoos of chains made of halos all over your body. You are paralyzed.
Is this a spell?
No,
Okay.
it is a spell-like effect. At this point, the charm wears off for everybody, but Cal, you are paralyzed until further notice.
No fire damage or anything, right?
Yeah, no damage.
What's a good emoji for paralyzed?
Then it is going to bring this sword down, or rather this thing. Yeah, you can. It's going to bring this scythe down on you, Aphros.
That was rude. Yeah, that hits. I'm gonna die.
41.
I'm down.
Aphros, you drop.
Rest in peace, Aphros. That's okay, they'll just bring you back to life later.
You're unconscious. You're not dead.
Sure.
Happy Fizzlebang.
Okay.
On for that.
Alright, I don't have any health potions. I don't know if Aphros does either. Right.
I'll make my one uncommon item a help.
These are no conditions for us to be fighting an angel in. We don't have disposable items. We need more consumables.
Not if
Are
they're-
you going to cry about it? I don't give a shit.
How are you going to learn how to defeat the Conclave without our true help?
Jokwrob's clearly very annoyed that a javelin was thrown at him.
My excuse
Alright.
later is going to be that I got charmed. Which is true.
It is true.
You won't
Alright.
care, but that'll be my excuse.
I'm gonna wrap around the pillar as my running jump. I'll jump onto the right here. So it's 10 feet of climb so far used, and then 11 feet of just normal movement. While I'm
The
in,
soldiers, as you jump onto the wall, like reaches out and touches you like a fan at a stage show.
while I'm doing the jump though, so I'm gonna use my object interaction to take out a bow, my short bow, and I'll fire at him with that. So far I've used 10 feet of climb right here, and I'm about to fire at him. From stealth, I believe.
Watch this be a crit.
That would be amazing. I'd be lucky.
Hey, that's a hit.
1d6. Oh no, it's just straight up 5d6 plus the 4, was it, or was the 4 just the? Oh yeah, it is 4. It was supposed to be 5 with my chart because it's just 2 extra damage. Okay, 25. And then I will jump onto this thing. I think I said I was here, so 10 feet of my normal movement used. So I have 10 feet of climb still. I will like so, and I can be under this thing, right?
Right.
How high up is that thing? I'd imagine more than 15 feet, because I guess I was at 15 feet because of the pillar.
Yeah, a little bit more. So these are like 20 feet up, and then 30 feet up is like where the ring is. These guys are notably below the soldiers.
I'm up and push Jokwrob off. Dave.
I can do it from stealth. You know what? I won't do it. I'll go over here. So I have a little bit of the pillar between me and him. And I am just going to roll stealth. As my bonus action. Which one was?
Okay. I do not think this will mean anything for this guy. I think he's just not going to see you. So if he rolls a 20.
He
Doesn't.
might. Oh.
All right, Genesis, you're up. This guy's looking pretty badly hurt. Happy has just like jumped out, pulled out a bow, like 360 no scope, shot an arrow into this guy's chest. You see Aphros has fallen now at this point. Calsevier cannot move. What do you do?
Oh, I'm muted. I'm gonna punch him. $19, and then I'm gonna
19
smite
hits.
as well. Okay, so this is a lot of stuff. So it's 1d8 plus 4 plus 1d6 for Wrathful Smite, and then I'm going to burn a second level spell slot for my other smite. So
Wow.
I think it's called Smite.
Yeah.
Where is that other thing? Okay, Divine Smite. When you hit with melee weapon spot, spend spell slots for extra radiant damage, which it's probably resistant to. But the first part of this is thunder, by the way.
And then the
then-
last part is radiant?
Last part's radiant, and then the 4 is psychic.
Okay.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, that saves.
All right, so this is 29 damage, 6 of which is radiant.
18 of it is radiant.
18 is radiant.
And I'm gonna move over to here, and it has disadvantage to attack anyone other than me.
All right, the angel is looking pretty badly hurt at this point, but so are you. With that said, though, Aphros, give me a GM rolled death saving throw. And Herschel, you're up.
All right. I will cast a 3rd level magic missile.
Wow.
So 5d4 plus 5. $16 force damage.
After the first 3 hits that it tries to dodge, but the things like move around and avoid this guy's attempts to avoid, he just willingly takes the other ones. The angel is near death, but still standing.
All right. And how high is this platform above me compared to the height of the angel?
The angel is approximately like 10 feet tall. The columns are 15, and this platform is 20 feet up.
Okay. This isn't really a great spot.
It's fine. It won't attack. It has disadvantage to attack you.
I'll move back over here. And that is my turn.
The angel bears down on you. Unclean one, you taint me.
Yeah, well, good luck.
I don't need luck. I have the gods on my side. 26 hits.
Yeah, that hits me.
He rolls very good on his attacks.
Is any portion of his attack bludgeoning, cursing, or slashing from a non-magical weapon?
The 2d4 plus 4 is, so 8 damage of which is slashing.
Really?
Okay, I reduce it by 3, so I take 30 damage.
Alright.
I'm bloody.
The scythe is actually not magical. The magic is on the scythe, but it's just like a scythe.
Ah.
You feel me? Second attack comes out. Miss. With the first attack, as it slashes through, it cuts through the metal just a little bit and burns into the wood underneath. But with the second one, you hold your gauntlet up and you meet it, pushing back the blade, grabbing onto the handle. Happy, you're up.
All right. He's very badly wounded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot it.
I could shoot it, but I could also do something cool and try to like attack it with a dagger, but I probably shouldn't do that. How high up is the platform Jokrob's on?
20.
20. So okay, so I'm 15, then another 5 feet. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. And how tall is the angel?
About 10 feet.
You're gonna leap.
Okay. A plunging attack. I'm thinking about doing that. Maybe I shouldn't, but. I could technically do it. I think. I might have to do feline agility to do it. Yeah, I think I would, but I can do it.
Is it even worth it to get an extra d6 of damage? Like, come on.
Probably not, no. I'm just gonna shoot it. It's just cool. It's just cool. Alright. Here is my bow attack from stealth. Is that a hit?
That is a hit.
Alright, and then the 5d6 plus 4. 15 damage.
Happy, you want to describe this one, or should I?
Alright. Happy's like nestling up against this wall. She's taking aim. She like holds her breath in to like steady her arms. Fires. An arrow goes right through the back of the neck, like where the vertebrae are, the cervical vertebrae. And it like jabs out in front of his throat. Actually, should we be killing him? Is Jokwrob wanting us to kill him? Actually, that's a good question now that I think about it.
Yeah, are you doing non-lethal damage?
I'll do non-lethal. I'll shoot him into like the knee. I'll kneecap him.
Okay, the angel drops to one knee. Jokwrob looks around at everyone and he gives a thumbs down.
Yeah, I feel he would want us to kill him, but I'll leave it.
I'm unconscious. Doesn't matter to me.
Yep, Calcivir, you are no longer paralyzed.
Is this in turn order? Because I can pick Aphros up.
Okay, yeah, it is in turn order because Aphros is potentially in danger here.
Okay, I cast Lay on Hands, and I heal him for 1 point of health.
Wow.
All right.
Paladin is easily my favorite class.
Jokwrob is still giving the thumbs down, Aphros. You look up and you can see this angel's like on one knee, like on the verge of collapsing.
Don't do it.
Wait, can I ask it? Like, what happens to you if you die? Do you like go back to heaven? Or do you just die?
He's in the
Celestial.
I will return to the gods, and I will come back to this wretched place and cleanse every one of you here.
Wait, even though you're in the inner.
Oh, so really we're letting you go, and then I punch him in the face. Because now he gets to go to heaven.
But I don't think he knows. Look.
as you punch this thing, it explodes into a number of different feathers, and all of the feathers turn into brilliant light. They begin to float up as if to approach heaven. Then Jokwrob shakes his hand and reaches out his. He shakes his head, reaches out his hand, and sucks all the energy up into
Yeah, I had
it.
a feeling. Rip.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like we know he's in shake pool. I don't know how it would get out. That's the other thing I was thinking.
There was no way. It would.
Yeah.
The angel lied to me.
Well, he didn't know. I don't think the angel knew. I think this is hubris on his part.
Yeah. Good job, little mans.
We did it!
Happy's gonna
Victory again for Herschel!
Aphros, would you mind explaining to me what that javelin stunt was about?
Oh, the angel got in my head, sir.
Go ahead and roll deception.
Nice.
Oh, wait.
Jokwrob looks for a minute and he sighs. These things are clever. Crafty.
Yeah, that's
Seems
what
to
I
me
get.
that you'll need every edge in
Oh, he
this fight.
dodged. Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
I was gonna land handsome, but I guess he doesn't need it.
Ignore the second one. That was a misclick.
Well,
8 HP now.
new members, you have certainly proven your worth. All of you watching, I hope you can see now how these angels turn you against each other. And I hope you can see how they fight. Note how Happy uses the terrain to her advantage, how mobile she is. Calcivir, on the other hand, is capable of both melee and ranged combat, but must drop a weapon. There's an opportunity for all of you, should they go astray. And to you, Aphros, don't let yourself be caught the next time. I apologize. I shall be returning your role of enforcer to you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, and look at that, everybody! Another exceptional battle! Who thought that they would have taken out the angel? Well, they were more than a match for the Irene, so they'd be more than a match for everybody here. And Carl just starts chattering and yammering off, and we just zoom out bit by bit by bit, as eventually we see from a bird's eye view back to the world, where we can see Team Shipwreck begins to head down towards the southern temple.
Ooh.
Then we see a conversation between Saga and Sovereign. Sovereign, I know things have been very bad, but I have a question for you. Do you know what's happened with my family? Sovereign shakes his head. Saga sighs. Well, I've heard some troubling news from Okeanos. And you see now the original news that he had got that Happy had chased him down for. It is a report written by courier from the Conclave about the Hoshiue clan in Okeanos, that they've been pushed to near extinction. There are only 4 remaining surviving members, of which Saga is one. So, I might not have my head in the game for quite some time. I hope you understand. Sovereign just gives him a hug. If there's anything I can do, let me know, buddy. I'll be right there, I promise. And you see Saga's eyes look at the bottle of poison on his desk. And this is where we'll end our session. What did you call this session, by the way?
Getting over it with
With Herschel Monroe.
Amazing. Wow.
You would love that game, honestly.
That'd be
The
quite
next-
the interesting game of itself.
The next thing that we will be handling will be back with Team Shipwreck, and we'll just be splitting between the two narratives. You guys will be sleeping after Team Jailbreak has finished this battle. I imagine you'll want to sleep, as this is quite the ordeal.
Gladiator champion Herschel.
Incredible. So, let's see you guys next Saturday.
Have a good one, everyone.
I'm never multi-classing again.
Oh, you multi-classed? Oh, you paladin?
You fucking multi-classed? Oh, you're an artificer and paladin.
Oh yeah,
Sounds
I just
like-
realized that the
Artificer.
lay on hands. I thought the lay on hand. I thought the lay on hands was a artificer thing for a second. Nice.
Paladin is my